Hello and welcome to the Untitled Sickos project. Now, before we get into this great show talking about the NFC West, we got a couple announcements.
We do?
Yes, we do. So, the big one is our Pick'ems League. I probably should have mentioned this last week, but I kind of forgot. So, our Sickos Pick'ems League, it's going to be just join, if you want to participate, just join our Discord server down below. That starts next Thursday. How it works is we're going to be doing the NFL preseason, the NFL season, any ranked CFB games, NFL playoffs, XFL, USFL, CFL, and we're holding a vote on the Indoor Football League. Arena Football League, sorry. The Arena Football League, we're holding a vote for that. Majority...
I vote yes, ha ha ha, yes.
So if we get a majority, and basically three of us say yes, we're going to be doing pick'ems for the Arena Football League as well.
Okay, no. I didn't realize.
A majority. Three of us say yes. You've already said yes. There's two more yeses, and we're doing it.
I retract my yes and replace it with a no.
Wait, why not the Arena Football League? You have a team in Grand Rapids.
No, we don't.
Oh, right, you don't. I thought you guys did.
We used to from 1998 to 2008,
yeah.
And then that league folded.
We'll hold a vote for the newly reformed 16-team Arena Football League. Most of us say yes, we're gonna do it. But if the answer is no, then oh well. R.I.P. So how the Pick'em League's gonna work? So for this upcoming week, it's just the Hall of Fame game. It's just the winner. So you just simply type the winner in the group chat. For the NFL preseason, any 5 games, I don't care which one, who's gonna win, put it in the comments. The NFL season, one of us is going to pick 2 games. One of us is going to pick 2 games that are mandatory. You have to pick the winner from those 2. You get one up. We want one upset, and that is we're going to use, I think, Fox Bets, where they are the underdogs by 3.5 minimum. So they have to be not favored to. They have to be the underdog, 3.5 underdogs, and we're going to be using Fox Bets for that one, and then any 2 games you want. And then
a reminder, the Untitled Sickos project does not condone sports gambling.
We do not condone sports gambling, but we're having a fun upset clause in every
Okay,
week.
I just wanted to make sure that was
it's the fun upset clause. That's what it's just the fun upset clause. And then any 2 games of your own ranked CFB games. It's if both teams have that quasi number. 2 teams, not just 1 team. Just 2 teams have to have the quasi wanked number in front of them.
Wanked?
And then NFL playoffs, XFL, USFL, pick the winner. It's the same thing with CFL, pick the winner. The winner, the prize pool is $50 USD. I'm going to be contributing $50 to it. If any of my co-hosts want to contribute to it, they are more than welcome to do so. You don't have to. But I'm going to spice things up with a $50 prize pool, USD. So I'm going to spice that up. So winner will get PayPal $50. So yeah, that's the announcement for this week. I will be pinging it in the Discord server probably Sunday. So yeah, the winner gets 50 big ones. Unless we find more money.
Big ones.
Money. Dollars. Dineros. Buckaroos.
Wait, who's this?
Oh.
What?
Oh, hello, Oz.
Oh, shit.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
What's up?
Hey.
He walked in with the 50 when I said the $50 prize pool. So Ozza, Pick'ems League, lightning fast. we start next week with the Hall of Fame game, and then it's any 5 teams in preseasons weeks 1 through 3. NFL, one of us is going to have pick 2 games, and then you're going to have an upset that is 3.5 underdogs according to Fox Sports Bet. Any ranked CFB matchups. Then NFL.
Like you're giving me homework.
Yeah, I know. I'm giving you homework.
That's insane.
It's sicko homework.
It's sicko homework.
That's fine. All right.
So it lasts from the NFL season to the Grey Cup in 2024. So that's where it starts. So it starts next week. We're going to be revealing our pick'ems for Hall of Fame game, and then the first week of preseason, because next week there will be no show. I am in Seattle for the weekend.
I was gonna say I thought next week was the bye week.
Yeah, next week is our bye week. Yeah, so we got to do we're going to be doing our Hall of Fame, and then we're going to be doing our preseason week 1 pick'ems for the upcoming week.
By the way, dumb question, but would you be interested in maybe using a piece of art to represent our bye week or anything?
Me? What do you mean?
No, I mean, Luke.
For like the Discord server?
Like, put it on Twitter and be like, hey guys, sorry we're taking off this week.
Yeah,
take care of your mental health.
Take care of our mental health.
Back, boys.
Yeah. So it's my first vacation. I'm actually going somewhere.
Where are you going?
Where you going,
Seattle. I'm going to a friend's wedding.
Nice.
I hear it smells like Teen Spirit there.
So I'm actually
Are you gonna watch a Mariners game?
Mariners are not in Seattle. They're in LA.
Fuck.
Damn.
But the Aqua Sox are in town, so I want to see at least want to see the Aqua Sox. It's a shame
I heard that like the Mariners. I'm pretty sure it was their number 1 prospect had a homer for them. I believe recently.
Number 1
the Aqua
prospect.
Sox.
Aqua Sox. Was it Harry Ford?
Yeah, I think because I saw a video about that. I saw like the MLB Pipeline, that account, like they posted a video of him hitting a homer. So I was just wanted to point that out.
Let's scroll down MLB Pipeline. Athletics have a top prospects? Oh, wow, he's raking. Oh, it's fucking Colorado. Anybody can rake in Colorado. Anybody. Oh, that's Navel Marte. He used to be our number 1 prospect.
Oh yeah, I bet you couldn't.
Oh man.
Loser.
I wish we had Navel Marte. Man. Cade Marlowe got the big boy promotion. Just continue to scroll down. I'm gonna scroll down until I see like the 26th. Brewers win.
Oh, did the Brewers win? I don't know. Oh, there's my phone.
Oh yeah, the Brewers have called up their top prospect right now.
Oh yeah, Brewers lost tonight, but I don't feel so bad because it's against the Braves.
Yeah, Braves are a good team. Mariners, I'm just hoping and praying that we just somehow. I don't think we're getting into the playoffs this year, and I don't think we should do anything to sell, honestly.
Especially since it sounds like Ohtani's staying.
Yeah, right now you guys are the definition of made.
Suffer call. I mean, here's the thing: they have one series win. If they somehow can just win 2 for every 3 games played, they have an easy 3 weeks in the middle of August. They can if they can just hang in there, they can have a huge winning streak going into before they go into the gauntlet in September. The most unfun gauntlet in September. Oh, I don't like that.
I saw a stat from like a Mariners fan that showed like, yeah, the Mariners had either been like below, like a game below 500, or literally like only a game above 500, or just 500 in general for like many weeks.
It's
They have been
been.
stuck in mid for
It
a
feels
while.
like we're so close to just taking off, and yet we slip on the same banana peel over and over and over again.
So like
That
Charlie Brown and the football.
sounds familiar, but I
Don't!
put my finger on it. Skull, 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 skull.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing about it, too, the best option for, like, again, honestly, the Mariners are up right now 4-0 against the Diamondbacks. They're starting to get into some form, so something.
You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta respect the snack.
Yeah, I mean, positive vibes, I guess, are happening. Good things are happening. I think so. Like, I think good things are happening. I like to think that. I hope. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's
The end of the day.
we'll
That's
see.
what my dad always said.
It's so much of we'll see what happens. It sounds like it's one of those, you know, come wake me up when this team can find some semblance of, you know, strong consistency. And then I'll be, you know, then I'm completely in, but it's just, I don't know if it's there yet. I don't know.
And honestly, I'm too casual of a fan to really give you too much of an analytical analysis about the Brewers, other than I like it when they win. Please keep doing that.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, if the Mariners have a they could easily have one of the best months of August that I've seen from them. And that could be the key thing to help them to make a huge playoff push. Because, sure, they have a super ridiculously easy 3 weeks. Then they have a fucking gauntlet. Reds, Dodgers, Texas 10 times. The Astros 6 times. Like, it's a gauntlet. They're going through the ending.
Sounds like it's Jover.
Let's see what the Brewers are up against. 2 more games against the Braves, then the Nationals for 3, the Pirates for 3, the Rockies for 3, the White Sox for 3. So it's a cakewalk until August 15. Then we face the Dodgers 3 times. Then the Rangers August 3 times. Let me pull up the rest of the schedule, huh? But still, that one stretch, oh my god.
Like, you guys could probably, like, break away with a really strong divisional lead.
Texas 3 times, then the T's 3 times, the Padres 3 times, the Cubs 3 times.
Ooh.
Shut up. The Phillies 3 times, the Pirates 3 times again, the Yankees 3 times, the Marlins 3 times, the Marlins 4 times, the Nats 3 times, the Cardinals 4 times, the Marlins 3 times, and the Cardinals 3 times, and then the Cubs 2 times.
It's a mixed bag.
I could honestly maybe we make the playoffs. You know, like maybe we.
You guys should be in a good position to make the playoffs.
Let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, we're playing the Cardinals 2 times, Reds 4 times, and the Braves, and the Braves 3 times, Mets 3 times, Blue Jays 3 times, White Sox 2 times, Orioles 3 times, Tigers 3 times, Pirates 4 times, Brewers 3 times, Reds 4 times, Giants 3 times, Diamondbacks 4 times, Rockies 3 times, Diamondbacks again 3 times, Pirates 3 times, Rockies again 3 times, Braves 3 times, and then the Brewers 3 times.
I dig the ending to your sketch. I dig the ending. It's still yet pretty much a really mixed bag. It's a mix.
Yeah, but there is definitely a 2-week stretch in August that could look really good for us.
Yeah, same for
White
us.
Sox.
Sox, Tigers, Royals.
Royals.
You don't get it, bro. Torque is torque.
Yeah, that's good. Even then, you got the Mets, and if the Blue Jays start to suck, that's kind of nice too.
Yeah, the Mets have officially decided they are selling, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So as for us, so we're starting out with three games against the Red Sox, 4 against the D-backs, 2 against the A's, 3 against the Angels, 3 against the Rangers, 3 against the Rays, 3 against the Braves, and hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Wait, freaking. Hold on a sec. Bear with me. 3 against the Braves, 3 against the Phillies, 3 against the Braves, 3 against the Reds, 4 against the Padres, 3 against the Cubs, 3 against the Rockies, 3 against the Guardians, 4 against the Rockies, 2 against the D-backs, and then a final game stretch against the Dodgers, Padres, and Dodgers. So yeah, I think I'm still confident in this team. We can make the playoffs.
I mean, August is kind of. It's unfortunately, team's not trending in a good-ish direction. I mean, if it's not this year you make the dance, it'll definitely be next year. That's how I feel. Oh, Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Giants International Trading Cards Set Day? Oh my god!
Interesting. So yeah, anyways, I think we could make a playoffs, but if we don't, it's fine. I think we just need to keep improving, keep playing the young guys. And best of all, don't make any stupid decisions in the trade deadline. People are asking us to trade the entire fucking farm for the star or to sell everyone. But people are fucking stupid. I gotta tell you this, Giants fans on Twitter are idiots.
Every fan base has idiots. Except I think the Mariners collectives has said, we don't really have to do anything. So we're just holding our breath. Please don't do anything. We don't need to do much, Jerry. We can do nothing, and I think we'll be okay.
Jerry, you make it sound like Jerry Jones.
No, Jerry Dipoto.
Oh, because Jerry Jones in charge of a baseball team sounds like a disaster in and of itself.
I'm saying the Jerry.
Maybe worse than the fucking Pirates.
We're basically it's like Dipoto. He might add a veteran bat, but something not too ridiculously egregious. It might be for a mid-tier prospect, and we get a good bat.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, don't do anything stupid, please.
Yeah, just think to yourself, what would Jerry Jones do, and do the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so true.
No, I think it's easy to do the opposite of Jerry Jones. You don't have Decky! I swear that's what he does during his off days. Decky!
So yeah. I feel the same way about the Giants. I don't think we should do anything too drastic because I don't want us to gut our farm. We got a pretty good farm system. We just gotta keep developing the youngins, and at the same time, the people who are saying we should sell because we're not going anywhere are fucking stupid. We're building towards something. We can't fucking sell.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm basically calling out most of Giants Twitter right now.
Oh my god! What
The
a
way I would call out
robbery.
Brewers Twitter is being like, just like, hey, don't tell somebody to kill themselves just because they're a Brewers Vikings fan.
What? They told you that?
Yeah.
Ew.
Dude, you should report that, man. That's like serious.
Ugh, what the? Here's the thing. It's just sports. I'm from Vancouver, and I don't cheer for the freaking. Like, I don't cheer for the Blue Jays. I cheer for the Mariners. There's none of that going on. What the heck?
I mean, most of my teams are in the freaking Bay Area, but I don't judge people for rooting for other teams. I don't judge Isaiah for rooting for LA teams, but even though he's from the Bay Area. People need to get over themselves, seriously.
It's just sports. My goodness.
Exactly.
It's
Like,
Yeah,
just
Jesus Christ, people.
gay. It's just a game, man.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Sure, I get mad at the Blue Jays, but at the end of the day, it's just a game.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Take a fucking chill pill.
Like, here's the one thing. Like, I can get upset. Like, sure, you can get upset. Like, if you're really ridiculously loyal to a team, but there should at least be one sport where it doesn't matter what game is on. If it's on, you're gonna watch it. You know?
Yeah, for real. Also, keep in mind, not every city is a four-sports team. A four-sports city.
Yeah, it's just enjoy the sports.
Yeah, although keep in mind a lot of Brewers fans are in fact Packers fans, so
I mean, that's still no
Okay.
excuse.
Yeah,
Like,
still pretty.
people
still pretty shitty.
are allowed to cheer for whoever they want to cheer for.
still not as bad as the worst combination I think is possible in sports. The goddamn Packers Cardinals combo. That's just
God.
ugh.
Oh God.
I mean, I can't imagine
God.
there being like a I think like the worst combination. If you want to really sit down and think of like what's just the absolute worst combination that you could absolutely think of. I mean,
What about Boston West? What about Boston West, aka Bay Area sports fans?
I imagine like I think it would have to be. Imagine if there was just somebody that was a hardcore fan of the Red Sox and the New York Yankees. I just can't think of anything better than that. Can you imagine someone who's a
Pats
Yankees, like a hardcore Yankees fan and a hardcore Red Sox fan? That like there's somebody out there that is like a hardcore Yankees fan and a hardcore Red Sox fan that knows everything about their farm systems to boot. That is active online. I don't know who they are, but I'm pretty sure that one person like that exists. That's probably the worst.
I don't know. Those are two teams in the same. I don't know. Just
I know. I get it because it's like it's the same sport, but like the most historic rivalry. Otherwise, it's just like you're a fan of the Blue Jays. You're in Toronto, but you're a fan of the Blue Jays and the Montreal Canadiens. It's something I can only think of.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, let's all go around and list our like nightmare fan combos. Like for me, it's Packers Cardinals, obviously.
I gotta say, it's probably.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
It's probably being I just gotta say, being an Oilers fan. Being an Oilers fan in the Vancouver market and also cheering for the Mariners. Because the Blue Jays, no matter what, or it's just, you're a Blue Jays fan and you're a fan of the Montreal Canadiens. And you're over 50.
Ooh. I'm already thinking of like potentially what about this combo that'll get you hated around the West Coast. Golden State and Golden Knights.
That's just somebody who appreciates a good wordplay. You know.
What do you mean, bandwagoners? I'm kidding.
No,
Like,
it's like
you know-
they're like, oh yeah, I chose those teams because I go for the gold.
Go
Womp
for the
womp.
goal.
Even though, you know, the Bay Area and Vegas hate each other sports-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you just can't pass up on
there
a.
are some. Yeah, I know there are some Bay Area fans that exist in Reno and stuff. I'm aware of that.
Yeah. But imagine being like a combo Warriors and Knights fan. Like, if you're in the Bay, they hate you because you're a Knights fan. When you're outside the Bay, they hate you because you're a Warriors fan. Or they
Yeah.
hate you because you're both.
Yeah. By the way, and some funny baseball stuff. Twins lost to the Royals in a Grand Slam walk-off. Comedy Central moment right there, guys. Just a certified AL Comedy Central moment.
At this point, just abolish the AL Central. Give it to another AL East team.
I mean, I can't believe I can't
because,
believe
like-
I'm about to say this. If the Angels were the seventh seed, seventh seed, they should have the Central's playoffs spot. Ah,
Right.
that hurt to say. Ow, that that. Oh God! Don't make me say that again. Don't make me ever say
Hey,
that again.
Hey, your Toronto Maple Leafs are Stanley Cup champions, but you're not even on there.
At least it's something. Let's just get a victory for something. Let's get a victory for something. Okay, there you go.
Alrighty. So,
Record show that I'm not mad.
Whatever.
I'm bad.
But I think
I'm
what the
bad
funny
in the-
I think the
in
funniest
the-
thing is like I didn't control the Leafs like period whatsoever, and they've won the Stanley Cup 3 fucking times.
Well,
I don't have any control over them, yet they've won the Stanley Cup every time. I have
End of
no
the day,
control over this.
It's a skill issue.
It's
well,
I think it's
we're a super team.
Anyways,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
get into the bulk of the show.
preview.
So I think what we can start off with, let's start off with talking about our pick'ems. And if you're interested in the pick'ems, as long as you're in the Discord server and you're interested in the role, I will make an announcement on Sunday, and I think you just have to react to it, and then you're in.
Oh, we're actually doing like.
Pick'ems. We're gonna start with
pick'ems right now?
pick'ems. We're gonna start with pick'ems.
Okay.
Oh.
First,
Okay.
we have the Hall of Fame game between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Jets.
Okay.
Whose third string and fourth string is going to win? Starting off strong. Who's gonna win?
Oh shit. Fucking. I have to see their goddamn roster and shit. Fuck you.
Actually, I need to look at this.
Gotta be like, fucking. It's probably gonna be like. Oh shit, Tim Boyle's with the Jets?
Ooh.
Fucking Detroit Lions legend Tim Boyle?
Ooh, that's a super legend right there. Oh wait.
Fuck, I'll go Jets. We're getting Tim Boyle versus Josh Dobbs. That will be a legendary matchup right there.
Back it's Josh.
Oh, hey!
Here's the thing. I think I might just say the Cleveland Browns. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna say
the
Jets.
Browns, the
I'm gonna go
Browns
with
have Kellen
Cleveland.
Mond.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I think they're gonna start Watson. They have, with how rusty Watson has been, I imagine they want to get him as much playing as like enough playing time to like be fully. It might, even if it's just for like the first drive where they just get a really good drive together. I think I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
I'm probably gonna go with I don't know the Jets, simply because I think their defense is pretty good, and I get Deshaun's gonna start for the Browns most
He might.
likely,
He's not.
but
It's not confirmed. He could. He could not. But I could see them trying to get him with as some reps. He could easily not play, but I could easily see him starting for like a drive.
yeah. But either way, I'm thinking the Jets simply because I feel like they're gonna wanna like impress. They're gonna wanna impress like A-Rod, like
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers before he starts throwing a fit again. So they're probably gonna play their hardest and try to win.
Okay. I picked the Jets because I told Google to flip a coin, and I said heads Jets wins and tails Browns win, and I got heads.
Alrighty.
Only the best statistical analysis here on the Untitled Sickos project.
Who you got? Nick, who do you got for the winner?
It's a Jets.
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
What makes you say Jets?
Because I don't know. I don't know. I just feel Jets. I don't know. It's more just like fuck it. I feel it. I feel them winning. That's what I say.
You feel it in your bones.
I
Also,
feel it.
Zach
I
Wilson's
just feel
probably
it.
been playing a good chunk of the game.
Feel it, Mr. Krabs. I feel it.
Zach Wilson's gonna need some reps to prove that he can quarterback a team. Or he's just a bust. He gets actual marination time, which he should have gotten. It's going to get interesting to see if they're going to pick up his fifth-year option at the end of the year, too. Alright, now... preseason week 1. I'm going to start out... I got to look at the preseason week 1. Preseason week 1.
Week 1 is the Hall of Fame game.
Fuck, week 2. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay. I got it. Here we go. Week 1. Okay.
Is it just one random team we gotta pick?
5.
5?
5.
Fucking 5? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
I was dropped. First easy one, Baltimore. It's the easy one. Baltimore has never lost a preseason game. Easiest W. They haven't lost a preseason game since like 20. They have like an absurd.
Yeah, but you know who else hasn't lost, didn't lose a preseason game?
Cleveland.
God.
The 2008 Detroit Lions and also the 2017 Cleveland Browns.
But yeah, Baltimore has yes, you are absolutely right. But my counter to that, Spencer, is that Baltimore hasn't lost a preseason game since 2017.
I don't believe you.
Is it that 2017 or 2018? They have like a ridiculous streak going on right now in the preseason.
All I'm gonna say is streaks end. It's possible they could end. They're facing the Eagles.
I still say Baltimore. They're not going to trot out Jalen Hurts. And then I'm going to go... Thursday's a nice day. 7 and a 10 game? A preseason? I'm going to go Houston. With my second pick, I'm going to go Houston.
Really,
over New England. CJ Stroud. He's gonna get a couple good looks. It's preseason.
Well, I mean, he is a good-looking guy, but
He is. I think the rookie quarterbacks are gonna have a good. He's gonna have a good showing. So I think I'm gonna go with the Texans, and then I'm gonna go da Bears. I'm gonna pick
Nice.
Chicago. Gonna go with Chicago. I think Fields they're gonna look good. They want to look good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go
I mean,
with.
most people want to look good,
I know.
which is why I'm such a goddamn stud.
Damn.
We're all studs. Let's be real, man. Okay, wait. What am I?
What the scallop?
What the scallop? Where are the Colts?
The Colts?
Who are the
Playing the Bills.
They're playing the Bills.
When? Oh, the NFL.
August
Saturday.
12th. Saturday. Bruh.
Oh my god, no, I'm looking. The NFL is not. If I'm on the official site and it's not giving me shit.
Use Google, you fucking dunce.
ESPN.
No.
You. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts. I'm gonna go Colts, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Colts. Because there is a heated QB battle in Indy. And then I'm gonna go probably San Francisco.
Alright, so I think I'm next.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna start with a homer pick. Homer with a bit of like logic. I'd say San Francisco takes it over the Raiders because, you know, one is the Raiders, and two, whoever QB they're gonna trot out, he's gonna want to prove himself because, you know, I think at this point the Niners are basically like trying to see which QB they want to roll forward with, Lance or Purdy, and whoever gets to play that game is gonna want to ball out. So I pick the Niners.
Hey, you're forgetting a third option. That's of course the Darnold. You know,
The fact that I
He's
see
your mono.
Darnold starting for
he's
the
gonna
Niners.
make San Francisco great again.
No, hold on.
And
The
I
fact
guess-
I can see
I guess-
Sam Darnold starting week 1.
Well, I can see. Well, I don't know about that, but, you know, Mr. Mono would probably want to prove himself, so that's also a factor. So Niners win the first preseason game of their season. Now for the other team, I'm gonna go bandwagon of Luke and say the Ravens. Not only because, you know, they've been on a streak, but because, you know, I get it. The Eagles are good, but, you know, they've also lost a bunch of guys in defense, and they're most likely not gonna play Jalen Hurts. So, Luke, your streak is gonna be alive.
Ha! Thank you. The streak. He's game 3.
And now for another one, I'm gonna go with Broncos country. Let's ride over the Cardinals, because one, the Cardinals are fucking terrible, and two, you know, team's gonna want to prove themselves in front of Sean Payton, and Sean Payton's probably gonna want to, like, you know, make his mark on the team. Let's see who else. So Titans versus Bears. I'm gonna say this right now. The Bears are gonna win, and I'm not just saying this as a to suck it up to Nick, man. I'm saying this because, you know, Titans, they're in a weird spot. Are they supposed to sell? Are they supposed to build? Who the fuck's their quarterback gonna be? I mean, most likely D-Hop's might not play. He might play driver and so, but
No,
I don't see
the Titans. I see the Titans like maybe getting 2 looks at like the big ones. It's for like the backup spot between Will Levis and Malik Willis, and Malik Willis is gonna have to play his.
Yeah, I don't have any
Far
confidence in the Titans. Hold on, let me see who else we got.
Bears.
All right, the last one's gonna be a bit of an exciting one: Jets versus Panthers. I mean, I did mention the Jets were gonna want to prove themselves in front of Aaron Rodgers, but someone's gonna want to prove himself in Carolina though, and his name, Bryce Young. So for that, I'm gonna pick the Panthers. Young, hungry guy, a team that's slowly building itself. Another coach is hoping to prove himself in Frank Reich. So so yeah, those are my pick'ems. 49ers, Ravens, Broncos country, got Bears, and the Panthers.
Very good.
So yeah, who's next?
I guess I'll go next.
By the way, if anyone mentions the Broncos, they have to say Broncos country, let's ride.
That's right.
All right, so I think for game number 1, I'm gonna go Vikings Seahawks, and this might be a bit of a surprise pick for people who know me as a Vikings fan, but I think the Seahawks are gonna win.
What the fuck?
You want to know why? 2 words: Jake Bobo.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, I'm gonna have a real good look at Jake Bobo. If he's gonna be on second team, that's gonna be a really good look. And also JSN.
Bo.
Hell yeah.
Bobo power, let's ride.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We got the Packers and the Bengals. That's going to be really interesting because this is kind of a... Alright, let's see what we got without Joe Burrow kind of game.
Joey B is going to be fine by week 1.
Yeah, but still, preseason, it's going to be interesting to see who they start for those first 4 weeks because, correct me if I'm wrong, they have a pretty tough schedule to start things out. Yeah, they got the Browns, the Ravens, the Rams, and the Titans. It's a pretty good stretch, but still. I honestly don't know who the Packers have at QB2, so I'm gonna have to go with Bengals here. Oh shit! 3 more games. 3 more games.
2 more. Oh yeah, sorry, 3 more. Sorry, 3 more. Yeah, 3 more.
3 more. Steelers Buccaneers. I think the answer is pretty obvious for this one. Steelers, because the Buccaneers are dealing with probably one of the dumbest QB controversies of all time, and that usually goes great in the preseason, and because we all love a debate between Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask, and who's that third guy?
It's a cockroach. He doesn't die.
I am back.
It's a cockroach. What's a cockroach and doesn't die? That's not awesome.
Antonio Brown?
No. A QB. Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, no one.
Blaine Gabbert.
Wait,
No,
did
Blaine
Gabbert-
Gabbert's the chief. Blaine Gabbert is a chief now.
Yeah, it's John Wolford.
Now John Wolford.
What the
That
fuck
won't
is happening?
We're debating
Pick 'em.
preseason. We are sinking to a new low right now.
What the? I'm hearing like backup quarterbacks.
I'm trying to think of like the backup QB that never dies.
But yeah, we got Wolford, Trask, and Mayfield, which
Ew.
that's not great, but again, I
Hey.
think one of them is going to have a
Let
Geno
me tell you
style
guys.
renaissance.
Let me tell you guys that I'm actually excited for the Commanders because Sam Howell looks like he's him.
I am
I'm not
super
kidding.
excited. I'm on,
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the boat.
Oh, I delivered a stinker of a hot take on Twitter today. I said, while while the Bengals have Joe Burrow out, you know who they should get? Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Oh God.
Oh
Nick
boy.
Foles at that
That
point.
is John Wolford in your quarterback room. That's fucking low.
I have-
Holy shit.
I have one question. I have one question for whoever that fan is. Why?
I have heard that Davis Mills should be the guy, and to be honest, yeah, I think Davis Mills is a good placeholder. I actually think Davis Mills is a really good placeholder, but it's probably gonna be a third round pick. They're gonna have to give up third, second, maybe even second.
No,
Davis
you
Mills.
give up a fifth. It's like a fifth or a sixth. It's for a back.
Yeah, this is going to be like a Sam Bradford type.
Yeah,
Deal.
it sounds like here, take him for future consider for a guy named for. It's probably just like a fifth.
But Davis Mills is
What the hell is that?
serviceable quarterback, and when you have a roster like the Bengals, I think Davis Mills would be good. Well, okay, not good. Sorry about the noise. Not good, but serviceable. Yeah, he's not gonna win you games, but he's probably not gonna lose you any. At that point, that's up to the defense and the O line. Yeah.
Okay, Falcons Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins because they seem like a more complete team.
Oh, are we doing predictions?
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
pick'ems.
You literally butted in like right as we were doing.
It's okay. You're good. You're good. You're
predictions.
good. You're good.
What
You're
week?
good.
What week are we in? What week are we in?
We're going round table. We'll hit you. We'll hit you after Nick for your Hall of Fame and then preseason week 1 because there won't be a show next week.
Oh, my back hurts.
How many did I do?
One more. You got Seahawks,
one more?
Bengals,
One
Pittsburgh,
more.
and Miami.
All right, Giants Lions. I'm gonna go Lions.
Lions.
They-
Okay.
Oh yeah, I would go Lions.
Nick.
All right.
All right. First pick I'm going with the 49ers over the Raiders. That's actually a game I'll get to watch here in Vegas.
Ooh.
How do I do this pick 'em sing, by the way? Do I need an app or something?
No, you just
Oh.
tell
We're
me.
just saying- We're just
We have
saying
to-
things.
We have to choose a game?
5.
Yeah.
Okay,
5
week
games.
1, right? Week 1?
Yeah, just wait till Nick is done and then we're
Yeah,
gonna get
let's go.
to you.
All right, next one I'm
I-
doing. All right,
I'm
next one
going
I'm
to
doing.
Wait, Asa, hold on! After
Hold on,
Nick
I'm
is done,
going.
we're going to you! You are after Nick!
I'm not done. I do
He
5.
just
Okay,
started!
second one. Okay, the Bears. The Bears. I'm picking the Bears. I'm picking the Bears.
Okay,
a
number
beast.
3.
Okay, pick number 3. Fuck the Giants. We're going Giants here. Fuck it.
Damn.
Derpy,
Tyrod Taylor, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Okay, first that was the Giants. Okay, next up, shit. Okay, which one should I go with? Asterisk Commanders. Fuck the Browns. Okay, and last one. This one I'm doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't picked them. Okay, Ravens. Yeah, fuck it, Ravens. Streak lives. I'm betting on the streak here. Okay, I bet on trends here. Okay.
Alright, now Asa, who do you think is going to win the Hall of Fame game? Cleveland or the Jets?
Me?
Yes, you. It is now your turn.
You know what? I think it's the Jets. Yeah.
Okay. Now your week 1 preseason, any 5 games.
Alright, so of course, absolutely, the first game I would choose is, and this is actually going to be a surprise, Eagles against Ravens. I'm going to Ravens because the Ravens are just fucking unstoppable in the preseason for some reason. So yeah, Ravens.
Thank you! There's 4 of us, all 5 of us have picked the Ravens. No, wait, Spencer did. Spencer did not. 4 of us
You
have
haven't enlightened
picked
us.
4 of us have picked the Ravens.
You haven't enlightened us, my man.
Anytime. Hey, I'm here for all your useless sports facts. Doesn't get more useless than the Ravens have won every single preseason game since like 2018 or 2017.
I don't know. I can think of a more
It's like,
useless sports stat.
It's like they're like 19 wins in a row right now. So yeah. Anyways, who are your next ones? Also, who are your next ones? Oh, it just might cut out at the most perfect, hilarious time again.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Guys, I promise I will be back. You see, while we were talking, I was waiting for my ride because I was leaving work. So yeah.
All right.
So I will be back in 30 minutes. Bye.
30 minutes. Okay, we'll get his breakfast picks in 30 minutes. Now to go to the real thing. Arizona Cardinals. Holy crap, Olaf. Time to predict the, time to get our NFC, and we're going to speed run through Ozza's floor and ceilings for every other division. It's going to be the Ozza episode. Alright, so Arizona Cardinals. We're going to start with the NFC West, and I believe in a wise old phrase.
So Arizona, what's the vibes?
I believe in a wise old phrase said by many many fans should know. It is hashtag know your rival. It is very key that we all know our rivals here, especially since we play them twice a year every year. Arizona kind of going through a transition where they've gotten rid of their horrible GM whom they should have gotten rid of a long time ago. Kyler Murray is going to be out for a portion of the season. I think there's just a lot of pressure for him just to come back. I think they're going to do it's going to be a mistake for them to try and rush Murray back. I think it's the worst thing when this year should just be should be a mulligan. But no, Murray has a lot of pressure on him coming back from an ACL injury, which is just one of the worst injuries to come from. Like, I've talked to my sister about the ACLs, and she's quoted, there's no way someone that is, mobile, speedy, athletic, you don't just come back from an ACL injury only 9 months. You could, but many athletic trainers, they frown upon it. It is widely frowned upon by athletic trainers. And especially for Kyler Murray's style of play, he is going to have, I feel like there's a lot of pressure for him just to play to prove the doubters wrong. I think a lot of people, it's one thing, especially when people's opinions change on your ability to lead a team, and it only takes a season to do it. Especially when it comes to things regarding Call of Duty, about how he spends more time, playing Call of Duty than it is preparing for games.
How he's never gonna beat the Stuart Little allegations.
I mean, here's the thing: size is size. You're in the NFL. You're making big money. You have potential to be a top 10.
In this case, little money.
Shut up. You have potentials to be making like a good big money contract, right? You have potential to be playing like a nice big money contract, right? And yet it feels like you're not taking that step. You got you got the money, and last year was a flop. But it seems like many of those games when Kyler completely took over, he took over those games. I feel like there's so much pressure on Murray to do well this year, when the answer is we have 2 first-round picks this year. So, honestly, whatever happens, just happens. I really wish that they would have gone after Jordan Teamu as a backup QB. It seems like his just play style just really fits the team, especially when it feels like he's going to be used in, just for the first few games, because, your big quarterback is going to need some time to recover, It seems like
And,
that's the options I would go with for now. But I mean, they're gonna rush Kyler back. This feels like a year where there's no pressure for them to do much, but there's all the pressure for Kyler to do something. We could be seeing another, since their games are going to be, they're not going to be really in prime time, it's going to be, I think, an incident that's going to happen at the 10 a.m. slot that's just going to cause a bunch of people to get up in arms and be really pissed off, and I think Kyler Murray's that target this year. I think Kyler's still a phenomenal quarterback. I think D'Amico Ryans is Texans.
No, Jonathan Gannon, which I'm not too crazy about.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of people that are not thrilled about the hire. I gotta say
Also,
though, the GM has done really good. I think for the draft, they got the best tackle and they netted an additional first, so that's good wheeling and dealing.
You just talked about a useless sports fact. I got one for you. Jonathan Gannon is the first NFL head coach to be born in the 1990s.
Ooh, youngest head coach.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a 90s kid. He knows all about Gogurt and Pogs.
Gogurt Pogs.
I mean, that's all there is to know about the 90s, right?
Yeah. Hard to say what they're because I do believe that the front office tried to get value for guys that don't have a whole lot of that there was no value. I still think that their ceiling is Kyler comes back and he proves a lot of people wrong. The coach actually installs discipline on this team and they do well. Or it's going to be a horrible year for the Cardinals where, Kyler comes back, he isn't the same, and they just shut him down for the year and just get him ready for next year. Recovering from an ACL, that's a hard thing to do. Not anybody can just come back that is mobile as Murray. And especially to Murray's ability, is his incredible ability to scramble from play to play, and if that's not there right away, it's gonna be a long season. I'm gonna go 11 wins is your ceiling, 4 is your floor. That is where I stand on the Arizona Cardinals. Kyle's gonna have to bet on himself. He's gonna have to bet on himself a lot this year. I think could it happen? Absolutely. Will it? No, you just lost Kyler Murray and you paid a first round for Hollywood Brown that hasn't done anything. And that's where I have their floor, which is they lost a lot of key pieces and good news is they got a lot of draft picks that can really reload in. And if the GM can build a good team, then they should be fine. But this year's a mulligan year for Arizona. Whatever happens just happens. You have 2 firsts next year. You're not really rebuilding, but I think a lot of people are going to be sleeping on this team that are absolutely right. You should be sleeping on them, but then not many. But then I don't think you should underestimate them, but it's still going to be a crazy year.
It's crazy.
It's going to be just a crazy
just like
year.
Just like Tolvanen scoring that goal.
Yeah, crazy shit. Just like whatever the hell Stephen A. Smith just tweeted. And no, I'm not kidding. Seriously, look at his Twitter account if you want to see some probably one of the most random tweets I've ever seen.
Actually, it's called X now. So,
That's some fucking. I'm not even gonna make a Sears Tower joke right there. I'm not even gonna do it. But no, seriously, actually just look at what this man just tweeted. You will be surprised at what this man just tweeted.
Is Kim Kardashian a prostitute? Is Kris Jenner a pimp?
Real Stephen A. Smith right here.
Candace Owens seems to think that to be the case, at least.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Why do we have
fucking Candace Owens. God damn it. Why did we keep...
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what Stephen A. is doing right now, but yeah, this
Oh,
is
he's reporting on Candace Owens. That's what it is.
no, the
Okay.
fact that the fact, bro, Kim Kardashian a prostitute. that is not something I was expecting from Stephen A. right now. But
It's
oh my, the hidden
What
replies. Oh
timeline
God, here's the
it's
is
hidden
typical.
replies.
this?
It's typical conservative backwash.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Anyways, so here's my prediction on the Cardinals. So, as Luke said, they're a sleeper team, and I look at the roster, and the more I think about it, it's not bad. I mean, it's not good either, but
It honestly could be worse.
yeah, like I don't know, like this team doesn't seem to be a shitty team, but at the same time, I'm sorry, it's tough to trust them because their starting quarterback prefers Call of Duty over reading the playbook, and they have an unproven first time head coach Jonathan Gannon, but he could work out. The cards are a bit of a wild card for me. Like it could all work out well, and they could be great. At the same time, they could just face plant, especially if Kyler's not healthy. And top it off, they have to face the Niners twice, the Seahawks twice, and that's not going to be fun. And as I mentioned, that the NFC West faces the NFC East, if I remember correctly. So they're gonna have to face, the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Giants. Tough schedule.
Task, quite a tough task. They benefit from probably playing the, I'm fogging up. Oh, they play the Bears, and I don't think the Bears are even a tough out this year. Bears are not even a, Bears are, oh my god. Who finished? Oh, they're playing, no, it's not the Panthers. It's not the Bucks. It's not the Saints.
So yes.
The Falcons.
Falcons.
The Falcons.
So this team might actually not be that bad. But at the same time, I don't really have expectations for them. So I'm gonna go with like a kind of a meh rating. Floor, probably 5. Probably 5 will be their floor. Ceiling, I'm not gonna be too high on them, probably 9 or 10. They're gonna be figuring things out. Things could go wrong or things could go correct. So 5 to 10 should probably be a perfect range for their win total.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough.
Real quick, I need to step away from the computer. I'll be back to talk more about the Cardinals. They just issued a severe thunderstorm watch. I need to make sure my dog is safe. Okay?
Okay, make sure your fur baby is safe.
Yeah.
Yep. Pray for Roxy's safety while I'm gone.
All right. Okay. So regarding the Cardinals, here's my complete thoughts on the Cardinals here. This team is gonna be bad. This is gonna be a rough season for the Cardinals. It's gonna be a season where I feel the Cardinals should just throw up their hands and be like, yeah, we are not doing shit this season, especially considering just like the fact that the Cardinals are in a transition phase. They will have definitely a lot more draft picks next year, which will obviously be great for them. That would be a great time to take that launch pad and use it. But for right now, I'm just gonna be with the Cardinals. I don't know where the fuck this team is gonna be considering the Kyler Murray status, because I'll be completely honest, this is my opinion, with an injury as severe as like an ACL here, and considering how mobile Kyler Murray is, and considering how history has shown when you risk a mobile quarterback with an injury like with a leg injury, it usually does not end well. It can end really fucking badly. Let's ask someone like RG3 about that. But like basically, unless you were going for a Super Bowl, which this team clearly is not going for, just be cautious with him. Be cautious with Kyler Murray. Like, don't fucking rush him back and stuff.
Alright. What'd I miss?
I think my whole point with Kyler, I don't think they'll rush him back. I think Kyler's the one that rushes himself back because he's heard it all. He's heard all the controversy. I feel like there's a lot of pressure for this team to do well when there shouldn't be any pressure for this team to do well, and I feel like it's all in one person. I feel like Kyler's the one that rushes himself.
And his name is John Cena.
Yes,
No.
John Cena. I'd say this. I am also not impressed by the Cardinals in terms of like their coaching staff and stuff. Like Jonathan Gannon is young, and I mean I know a lot of Eagles fans didn't like what he did, even though even though I don't think it was as bad as Eagles fans said it was, even though he clearly had flaws, especially considering some of the Eagles players and their comments and stuff about what they said about him. But my thing with the Cardinals is this is a shitty situation, and yeah, this is not the greatest situation to have a first-time coach with not exactly the greatest reputation taking over this situation where you don't even know when your big-time quarterback is going to be coming back and how long will he be playing and stuff. And it's another thing with me about the Cardinals is obviously, moving on from Hopkins was the right move, but like honestly, like this Cardinals, like I just cannot trust what the Cardinals have right now around Kyler Murray. I mean, I like getting Paris Johnson Jr. I really like that pick for them. I mean, I'm sure their other draft picks will turn out, at least some of it will turn out well. But the Cardinals right now, this just feels like a team that is destined to tank. That's how I see it. This team feels destined to be bad. It's just, I don't know how bad they truly will be. And I just considering the status of this Cardinals team and what Kyler Murray, at best, I just don't see this team being good, to be real. And yeah, I am being harsh on the Cardinals, but like, I just don't see much from this team. I just really, really don't see much coming out of this team. So, my ceiling for the Cardinals, yeah, this is going to be harsh, but I'll say it right now. For me, my ceiling for the Arizona Cardinals is 6 wins. I think they're going to be bad. Like, I just think they're going to be bad, and I think the floor for Arizona, this really just depends on if everything goes wrong. Kyler has attitude issues or just gets injured again. If everything goes wrong, I think the floor for this Arizona team is 2. I think 2 wins is their floor.
You think if they get the first overall pick, they move off of Kyler Murray and take Caleb Williams?
I don't know. I mean, considering, I feel like part of that might also depend on how, pretty sure, don't they own the Texans pick, I believe?
They own the Texans
Yeah,
pick,
yeah.
but I don't think
Yeah,
the
that
Texans...
might also depend on...
I don't think
might
the
also
Texans are
depend
going to
on
be
that.
bottom tier.
I don't think they'll be
that-
that bad, but at the same time, like, I'm just thinking, like, it's the Cardinals will definitely be in an interesting situation there, because you do wonder, well, how much of it is, like, I mean, we could, like, what's Kyler's talent level still, and, you know, what he can bring to the table, but at the same time, you also have to consider, who, like, the quarterbacks available will be, and honestly, I'll say, I mean, I don't think they'll be the worst team in the league, but they'll still be very high up there, in my opinion. Yeah, the
Fair
Cardinals...
enough.
Cardinals they just need to get. For me, it's similar to the Bears last season. It's just get by the season, just get through the season and build in the off season. That's what you gotta do.
I mean, the one thing that you would kind of hope is that if there's a young wide receiver in their system that can just blossom and have a breakout year, I think this would be the year to do it.
Would be the year. It's
Hollywood Brown, I think, if anything, I think it would be time for him to kind of break out and have a career year. It's got to be him.
It's just, with this Cardinals team, I just can't trust them. That's my thing. I just can't trust them.
So, I suppose it's time for me to talk about the Cardinals, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Spencer.
Subtraction I'm not really hearing a lot about, even though I think it's going to have a huge impact on how bad their season's going to go. Why aren't people talking about the fact that they lost Byron Murphy, you know, and I don't think they had a good free agency class because, their facilities were ranked like bottom of the NFL by most metrics of the NFLPA. Like, I think that's really going to kill a lot of the chances, especially long term, until the Bidwills really sell the team. Like
I think
now
there's
that Dan Snyder's gone, I think the next big sell the team movement is going to be the Bidwills, and unless they
might be the you could have an argument for the McCaskies.
right. But I'm saying, like
maybe.
the Cardinals, like it kind of seems like of all the owners, they really don't give a rat's ass about their team and the welfare of their players, and it really shows in how they had to go basically dumpster diving this free agency, and almost seems like they had to pay like an Arizona tax. If that makes any sense.
That's kind of like the sound of every free agency. I feel like there is an Arizona tax that has to get paid every year.
Yeah, but now with the NFLPA report card, it kind of makes sense why.
Yeah, there's no need to sign with Arizona in free agency.
Especially because they charge for things like off-season practice facility use and that kind of stuff. Regardless of all of that,
I mean, they kept their GM around for so long. They kept a useless GM that fumbled many draft picks. It's baffling how Arizona, they seem like they could be just such a great team, but there's just one thing that's just in their way. The Bidwills. The fucking Bidwills.
Anyway, I'm gonna have largely the same floor and ceiling as Nick Man over here. They're not one of the, and they somehow fumble Caleb Williams, or they do get Caleb Williams and he ends up being a dud.
No, Caleb Williams is like the next like A+ quarterback. It's not A+, but like A-, surefire.
He's the best. He's the big, like, probably definitely the biggest name since Lawrence.
Yeah,
but won't have like the expectation as Trevor Lawrence. He's not Trevor Lawrence, but like
I feel like if the Cardinals draft him, they're gonna turn him into Andrew Luck.
I think more of Caleb Williams as as somebody who can be like an. It would definitely, I don't see any lower than like an elite, like a Lamar Jackson. That's what I hear as.
Right, but you remember how the Colts fucked Andrew Luck's career.
Yeah, but Andrew Luck was Andrew Luck was the Peyton Manning, was the Peyton Manning of that group. But yeah, no, they did fuck him up. They did completely screw him up.
Yeah, like I could see the I could totally see the Cardinals go full Colts here, and just.
Yeah, I see that though with Kyler though, more Kyler than with Caleb.
Right, but my point still stands.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're certainly mostly not wrong. Anyways, what's your floor and ceiling?
My floor is not Burt, but good guess. It's actually 4.
What? I thought ceiling was 4 wins. So I'm like, what?
My ceiling is 6.
Okay, 6, 4. All right.
I'm not a monster. I'm just a sicko.
Not a monster. What do you think? What do you guys call me? A monster? Oh my god.
Damn, somebody's taking right on that toxic gossip train or whatever.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. Anyways, that's just how... Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's more pressure than Arizona should be relieving themselves of. I think it's just by announcing that Kyler Murray's out for the year. They'd be doing themselves a favor. Big time. That's just all. That's how I see it. Anyways, the LA Rams! Okay, there's one good thing in the offseason that I think is... that we should be talking more about. And that is the fact that Sean McVay wasted no time into saying that he's coming back. He wasted no time. No time was wasted. And
Take notes, okay? Take notes.
No time was wasted, and he says, hey, I'm coming back right away. He overhauled his coaching staff. He got rid of players who, are considered to be overpaid. Like Jalen Ramsey is he's a good corner, but like not for the money that they were paying for him. They got something. People laugh at the third round, but like, dude, look at it now. Jalen Ramsey could miss the majority of the season with torn meniscus, and especially
or like Jalen Spamsy,
and especially since you're a corner, your best attribute has to be speed, and if it's not there, have fun. Have fun trying to regain that. And now it seems like that was the right move. I
don't mean to point everything back to the Vikings, but I can relate exactly to this because we went through this with Xavier Rhodes, if you remember that saga, where Xavier Rhodes turned into Xavier Toast.
Yep, and then you just set him off.
Yep, away you go.
Like, you can, if you're Jalen Ramsey, you can easily pick off any rookie. There's no doubt about it. You're gonna absolutely be able to do that. But like, to go up against the world's best wide receivers, you don't have that ability anymore. You miss one wrong step, which you tend to do, and then boom, you're beat by Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, you can't. It's not like 2018 where you can just be like, "Hey, I think Josh Allen is a shit quarterback, and here's reasons why."
Well, no, Jalen Ramsey's not gonna be able to talk shit anymore because he's gonna be on the fucking bench for starters. But
well, not for starters because he's gonna be on the bench.
Oh, shut up. But it seems like they
Oh.
I think at the end of the day, the Rams kind of dodged a bullet. They got rid of Todd Gurley.
Wait, they got rid of Todd Gurley years ago.
But he was horrible at Atlanta. The Rams, if anything, they spend big money, but they know when to give.
They know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely are they're in a better spot than people are giving them credit for. Like last year, they had Van Jefferson, who came off a major injury, really couldn't play the same throughout the year, and you had no Cooper Kupp. Last year they were relegated to John Wolford, who should not have even been a backup QB. Like, their QB situation was horrible. Everything just never really worked out. And it just seems like, okay, we're okay with just being bad. They didn't have Stafford throughout. Their O-line is still horrible. Even though, sure, it might be better, this upcoming year, which I think is, without a doubt, the key to them being sustained. But I think they got all their guys coming back. McVay is back. Stafford is back. And I think they're going to be energized. They're not going to be the worst thing imaginable. I mean, in the world of McVay, Carroll, and Shanahan, Pete Carroll can never scheme a good defense around McVay. Even though last year it was, for the division, was reversed. Not really. Both Niners, we just both clowned on the Rams. We had the reverse Uno card this year. Rams lost their reverse Uno card. But I think what the point I'm trying to get at is, McVay's still a great coach. This team had the good old Niners classic, where everything just falls apart, and you're just kind of just stuck there throwing out random guys to be at QB.
Hey, you know who they have? They have the oldest, one of the oldest rookie quarterbacks.
They got
Stetson
Brandon
Bennett.
Brandon Whedon too, but they got Stenson Bennett can play well against a rounded defense.
He's so old he remembers the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah.
He's so old. Stetson Bennett, let me make it very clear, because Sony Michel was on this roster. Stetson Bennett was on the Georgia roster when Sony Michel was still at Georgia, and that was in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing with Stenson Bennett, right, is he's a rookie that's going to go into a backup role. I don't think you actually wanted to draft... The fact that the Rams never got a backup quarterback in the offseason. They drafted... Did they draft Max Dagan too? Or was it just Stenson Bennett?
They also drafted Dresser Wynn. Somebody.
There's not even a Wikipedia page for him.
So...
by the way, they're down to... hang on, let me take a look at this. They're down...
Dagan was drafted by the Chargers.
Oh, okay. Dagan got drafted. Okay.
In case you're wondering, the Rams are down to 2 players that are left from the St. Louis days. Those are Aaron Donald and Rob Havenstein.
I just want to take a look at who's their backup QB. Oh, they got Brett Rippin. Okay. They got Rippin.
Rippin, bro.
They got Brett Rippin.
Sigs.
They're gonna have everybody back to full health. If their O-line is fine, like they still got Cooper Kupp, they still got Van Jefferson. I think they're gonna be fine.
I do wonder what they're gonna do at running back, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be. They're probably gonna go with their young rookies.
Because they got Cam. They only got 1 rookie running back.
Zach Evans.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's Sony Michel, Cam Akers, and Ronnie Rivers. Ronnie Rivers, which is what I call Ron Rivera.
I still think at the end of the I still think at the end of the day, this team. I still think they're still a pretty good team. I still think McVay's an excellent coach at the NFL level. They're not going to be... I think they won't be like the class of the NFC, but they're not going to be bad. I'm going to go 11 wins is their ceiling. I'm going to their floor is 6. Sure, they said fluff them picks, but you know what? Those picks are going to fluff back. Hey, they got their first round pick this year. I mean... The best thing that could ever happen is literally your head coach, McVay, reloading the coaching staff. They still have Cooper Kupp, who's just phenomenal. So I think they'll be fine. If Stafford can stay healthy, they'll be fine. But health is a question. 11 ceiling, 6 the floor. Whomstith is.
So I was ready. So I was ready to put the Rams down the ringer. I was ready to roast the fuck out of them. But the more I think about it, Luke's right. They aren't that bad. They still have Cooper Kupp, still have Aaron Donald. Matt Stafford is finally healthy. Guys finally getting healthy. My biggest question though is their O-line. Oh fucking god, their O-line is fucking horrible.
Ever since Sorry.
And when you're in a division with the 49ers and the Seahawks, if you can't protect Stafford, you're not good. And as for the defense, I mean, they're a work in progress. I don't really see any big names outside of Aaron Donald. And by the way, y'all have Akello Witherspoon at quarterback. Good luck. But yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna shit on the Rams that much. I would say though that they do have one thing going up against them, and that's a tough schedule. I mean, yeah, I get it. Yes, they're facing off against the Niners and the Seahawks and the NFC East, so it's gonna be tough. However, I'm not gonna like say go all doomer and gloomer on them, even though I don't like them. Floor, I'd say probably 5, thanks to high-end talent. Ceiling, bit tough. If things go right, I might actually put them at, I don't know, 11 to 12. At 12 would probably be my range for them.
You know what? I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy here.
Go for it.
You know, I, as much as I appreciate Stafford for what he did for Detroit and, you know, what winning a Super Bowl did for to save his career, I just don't think he has any more gas in the tank. Like even pre-injury, I wasn't really wowed by him, because you know it seemed like he was making a lot of like really risky throws that you know like old Stafford would have been able to complete. He just wasn't able to do like he used to, and you know, every year I think to myself, dude, hang it up. You're getting a bit long in the tooth, bud. And yet he continues playing, and I don't think any amount of bad O-line play is gonna make up for that. You know, like unfortunately he's lost a step or 6, and at that point you really have to hope that Cooper Kupp is enough, and you know, is he? I don't think he is. But I do think they have the possibility of sneaking in maybe as a 7 seed or something, like, but you know, winning their division, I don't think so. Ceiling 10 wins, floor 3.
More than the Cardinals?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Nick.
Just be real with the Rams here. The Rams are going to be in an interesting state here because it's very clear what the 2 main breaking points are for this team. Matthew Stafford and the O-line. That will be, you know, the 2 major talking points here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure watching Stafford at the start of last season, before he officially got injured, I could tell that man was not healthy at all. That dude threw away all his good health away for that Super Bowl win. So the question is, given he's 35, what does Stafford have left in the tank? Because, you know, which one will we get? Because I will say this, Stafford has had seasons, he has had inconsistent... he's had seasons where one year he looks incredible and the next he has a frustrating season. But most of the time that's more on the play itself and not, you know, an actual injury that could be very severe for someone who's, you know, 35 years old. But at the same time, obviously the big point to take away is the fact that the Rams still don't have a reliable O-line like they did for that Super Bowl run, but if there was a positive, obviously getting Sean McVay back a motivated Sean McVay this time, getting a lot of draft picks, even if they didn't get a first rounder, they still did end up drafting a lot of players in this draft, which is obviously an improvement over their, you know, past couple of drafts, which isn't saying much, but at the same time, it's still a good thing for the Rams to do. And obviously you still got guys Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, which, by the way, I just want to say this, for a man who as recently as 2021 nearly broke the most receiving yards in a season record, I feel like Cooper Kupp has honestly become kind of underrated. That's just my opinion. He's become kind of underlooked by some NFL fans, in my opinion, because he's still easily one of the most talented receivers in the league, and I'm sure he'll do whatever it takes to carry this team to victory. But obviously Aaron Donald, all that stuff. You know, the Rams, I just feel like the Rams are in a very a year where they're definitely not a contender, but I mean, they'll definitely be competitive, especially considering Sean McVay will definitely want to shut critics down and stuff about, especially after how last season went. But Rams, if I had to say where they're at, my ceiling for the Rams, I'd say 10 wins. I think 10 wins is a good ceiling, and I say their floor is 6 wins. That's their floor.
6-win ceiling.
6-win floor.
Oh, it's what? Sorry, ceiling. I meant to say
10.
10. Okay.
10 wins.
10 wins. All right, Aiden, buddy, you have my friend. You have the San Francisco 49ers. Floor is yours, buddy.
Alrighty. Oh boy, I got a lot to talk about my team. So you know what? I'm gonna start off by talking about how we left off last season. I gotta say, last season was really fun. We managed to have like not just a winning record, but a great record. Number 2 seed in the NFC, first in the NFC West, and a good run that ended in an NFC Championship loss to the Eagles, which honestly it was painful, but we couldn't really do much. Our quarterback was injured, and that's gonna be an important point because eventually I'm gonna talk about that later. However, I gotta say this: people wondering what would the Niners do? How would they regroup after a painful loss? Well, here's what they did. They get one of the best linemen of the team that defeated them and signed him. Javon Hargrave, great interior defensive lineman, gonna be a huge boon to our already potent defensive line. And we also got a bit of depth. Isaiah Oliver to replace Isaiah Oliver to man the nickel corner spots, and we brought back some key guys. Tashawn Gibson, an underrated free safety, we brought back. What else? We still have our main four. Not much has changed. We did lose Mike McGlinchey, a pretty good right tackle, but the replacement Colin McKivitz, he's been pretty solid if he can stay healthy. And we faced the same situation in the last year where we replaced both our guards with relatively new guys, Aaron Banks and Spencer Burford. They both did pretty well. So I'm confident that our line will be fine, even despite the huge subtraction. And our linebacker core is still pretty good. Our line, we got one of the best line coaches. So okay, anyways, to avoid sounding like a propaganda piece, let's do it step by step. Start off the secondary. For the secondary, safety, we pretty much are set. Tashawn Gibson at free safety, and at strong safety, one of the better young safeties, Dalunoa Hofanga, aka the second coming of Troy Polamalu. Pretty good safety core. And at corner, we got Charvarius Mooneyman Ward as our top corner. Other side, most likely is gonna be Diamador Lenore. Great homegrown talent, pretty underrated. And in the slot again, we got Isaiah Oliver, formerly of the Atlanta Falcons. Pretty solid guy. Linebacking core, still pretty good. Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner can beat that. And if we do decide to play three linebackers in a base 4-3, we do have Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, but sometimes I've heard that Oren Burks, who is one of our special teams aces, might get some starting time. And of course, our line: Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead, most likely Drake Jackson at the other edge rusher spot. I'd say it's pretty damn good defensively. On offense, I did mention our O-line still pretty good. Fred Williams still pretty damn good. Spencer Burford and Aaron Banks, pretty underrated guards. Colton McKivitz replacing Mike McGlinchey should be fine. Brendel's a pretty solid center. And then to our skill players, Debo and Brandon Ayuk with J1 Jennings going in at third down. Pretty solid receiving core. And of course, we have the man, the myth, the legend, George Kittle at tight end. Try stopping him if you can. And running back, we do have CMC and we didn't mention running backs last week, so I'm gonna mention something. We have a pretty damn good running back core with CMC, of course, that's the lead role, and to round out the running back committee, Elijah Mitchell and Jordan Mason, and of course our fullback Kyle Juszczyk, one of the greatest Swiss Army knives in the sport right now. But of course, here comes our biggest question mark: quarterback. So, as of now, I think Purdy is pretty much our starter. He's been doing pretty good, and
Pretty
actually
good.
recovered. Yeah, he's pretty good, and I'm sure our sausage here has high opinions of him because he used to play for Iowa State.
Oh,
So-
you betcha.
Oh yeah, and I gotta say this: I'm glad that he's recovered really quickly, but at the same time, I kind of wish that we could take it easy with him. I mean, he's the future of the team. Gotta protect him, and I think he does need to work a bit on this long game. But otherwise, he does have the poise. He does have the presence of mind to be a long-term starter. So I'm confident in him. Of course, teams are gonna be game planning for him. He's gonna worry about that, but given our system, should be fine. And of course, we got the number 3 pick in the room, the elephant in the room, Trey Lance.
The
I know a lot of people are saying-
GEPU bus. Oh, different number 3 pick. Sorry.
anyways. So a lot of people are already saying, "Oh, Lance is a bust. Oh, Lance is not gonna go in. Oh, Lance is not gonna succeed in this team. Oh, he's pretty much useless right now." I gotta say this: even if Purdy is our starter right now, what if Purdy goes down like last year and Lance steps in and starts balling out? What's gonna happen? I mean, he had a pretty rough day today, but keep in mind, much like with Purdy, Lance is coming off an injury. So, we gotta give him a bit of patience. I gotta say, whoever we start at quarterback, I'm confident that the team will be able to do fine. At the very least, will be okay. And of course, QB3, the Darnold. I mean,
We have a great quarterback, don't we, folks? The best quarterback. Something like
on
that.
the off chance that he might end up starting, which I probably think will not happen, I think he won't be exceedingly terrible. He'll be mid, I guess. But our system allows us to start a regular average QB and turn him to a god, I guess.
They
So,
could start you and probably get you to throw about
We can start
500
Steph.
yards.
We could start Steph Curry at quarterback and we'd be fine. We could start Eric Carlson or Logan Webb at quarterback, and Kyle
Like I
Shanahan's
said,
gonna figure out a way to. Yeah. Anyways, enough circle jerking about this team aside. I think we're in a good spot roster-wise. The quarterback's gonna be a big question, but I think Kyle Shanahan's gonna figure out the best thing to do. Our special teams, I've also mentioned, they've been improving since last year. And we got a new kicker, Jake Moody from Michigan. Heard good things about him. He's been pretty good in training camp. And of course, Mitch Wishnowsky, a solid punter, and Tabor Pepper, a really fun long snapper. Raven McLeod, arguably our best returner since Ted Ginn. Can't believe finally we have a returner that could actually make people miss. Anyways, this is a pretty damn good team, and with Kyle Shanahan leading the way, and of course Steve Wilkes, a very experienced defensive coach as our new defensive coordinator. I feel like it's often I don't know if it's been mentioned much, but Wilkes was a former defensive back coach. Our former defensive coordinators mostly worked with linebackers and mostly worked with linebackers, if I remember correctly. Salah was a linebackers coach before, if I remember correctly. D'Amico Ryans was a former linebackers coach, but this time Wilkes was more of a defensive backs guy. So I think given how our defense has mostly been based on our front seven, I think if Wilkes can help improve our our corners and our safeties, he'd have done a good job. Bottom line, I trust his team. I know I'm gonna sound like a bit of a homer, but this ceiling is high for this team. I'm not gonna go super high. I'm not gonna be like, all we're gonna go 17-0 because we are in a tough division. We're gonna be facing the NFC East, so I'm gonna be a bit realistic. 16-1 is our ceiling. If everything goes right, if everyone's healthy, if Purdy or Lance takes a step forward, we can go 16-1. And I bet that one loss will be to the Seahawks because narratives.
Hello.
As for the floor, that's assuming everyone's getting injured and our quarterbacks don't take a step forward. I'm not gonna be all doomer like half of Niners Twitter right now.
All right, say your piece. We know it's coming.
I'm gonna say this: our floor will probably be like 9-8, 9 wins. We're not gonna be bad enough to be like shit, but our floor might be like bouncing around the playoff race and finally like falling out in the last minute. Either way, I'm confident this team will have at least a winning record. At least 9 wins and at most 16 wins. Confident in this team. Let's go Niners. And don't be a doomer, Niners Twitter, please.
Alrighty then,
yeah.
it's time for the rival to step in.
Why do you sound British?
I don't know. Okay. As the rival of this team, I usually do this in my head, and it seems like every year I can't come up with an answer. I just can't. I don't know. And it pisses me off so much that every year I can never figure out what the Niners are. Now, logically, the answer to starting QB should be Trey Lance. Fully healthy. He's somebody that's going to be, his arm strength is all there. It's you just have to tell him not to run out in the middle of the field like an idiot. You run to the sideline. That kind of thing. Brock Purdy is coming off of Tommy John surgery. That's a 12-month recovery. There's no way that Brock should be back by now. I don't get it. I don't get how his arm strength is not going to be there. Sure, he's throwing, but I don't think he's going to have the arm strength to really get him over to be just the starting quarterback.
But Luke, I want to rock and roll all night and Purdy every day.
Sure, absolutely, but there's no way in hell Brock Purdy should be back right now. There's no way he should be 100% healthy. And I know that Niners fans you're overreacting to training camp numbers and the fact that Trey Lance only got a small bit amount of snaps. The Niners do this every year. They do this whole smoking gun show. Last year, we didn't know who the Niners starting quarterback was until near the end of preseason. We didn't know. The Niners are doing this every year. There's this big fog and mirror show that they put up every year. They let stuff get out. I don't know who's starting. I don't know. Any three of these guys could start. Brock Purdy might have had fake Tommy John surgery. Apparently he's back to throwing full strength. Apparently. There's no amount of logic that says he should be throwing back after a major surgery. And at the NFL level, you need a larger throwing arm game. I think especially with Brock Purdy, and I said this last year when Seahawks and Niners were playing the preseason, he likes to throw the ball short and have Greg Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey. They do all the work. He just has to throw the ball and puts the ball in a good position, and they can do all the work. Right now, defensive coordinators have all of the game film that they need on Brock Purdy. They've had a full off season to diagnose ways to stop the Niners offense. They probably found a way. I'll be dumbfounded if they just haven't found a way to stop this offense. Honestly, the Niners, and it could be easy for Hardy. Sam Darnold could be the starter. I've heard Sam Darnold has blossomed in a Kyle Shanahan system. And again, we've kind of said it for years. If Sam Darnold was in a good system, I bet you he'd be a starting quarterback, as we've said.
God Emperor quarterback of the United States. That's what people call him.
People said he could be like the Drew Brees, and we've said over and over again, could San Francisco be the one that...
Make San Francisco great again.
I'm gonna laugh if we win the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold as our QB.
And here's the thing, Sam Darnold could be your starting quarterback. I don't know who's this team's starting quarterback. They could start Trey Lance because it's based on performance. But whoever starts, just make sure QB2 has the playbook. And I think it's going to be Sam Darnold's QB2. I think that's like he's either QB1 or QB2, so he's going to have a bit of a playbook. So for this team-wise, it's either you're going to dump Trey Lance and start Brock. I don't know. I really think Brock should be on the PUP list. I don't see how he's playing. How he should be playing at all. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy stepped in. Did amazing last year. But a lot of what we said during that time frame, we said the Niners offense really felt like that if any one of us was under center, we'd do as well as Brock Purdy.
Okay, maybe not me because I'm,
But that's what the big joke was. The joke was, hey, if any one of us was under center, I bet we'd do well as a quarterback. Now there's a full year of film on Brock Purdy. There's gonna be ways to counter the Niners offense.
Look,
and even then, for what all I've said, none of it might not even matter because the Niners could easily win 14 games. Because they're a team that's still that good. Or they all fall apart and they win 3. I don't know what this team. I don't know what this team is. They don't have any answer. They might act like they have an answer. I don't think they have an answer at QB. There's no way in hell Brock Purdy should be playing quarterback right now. He doesn't have that arm strength. He's recovering from Tommy John surgery. Like, I know he doesn't have to whip a baseball 90 plus miles an hour, but that arm strength to throw the ball deep is not there, and he didn't have that part of his repertoire. Now he has to try to find a way to build into his system because guys are going to know he's going to throw the ball underneath, and he's got to find a way to evolve this game instead of just having it be the same. Because if it's the same, people are going to know what to do. Especially McVay and Carroll. Like, Seattle's about to deploy some whack-ass nickel scheme that makes no sense, but it's going to somehow work. That's what Seattle's about to do. Right? McVay is McVay. If McVay has a good linebacking core, you're going to be able to stop this team easily. And even then, it's probably not going to matter. I'm probably overblowing this out of proportions. The Niners can still continue the narrative that, gee, if any one of us were to play quarterback, I'm sure we'd be just fine. They got a lot of talent on offense. It's still a very good team. But this is a team that usually they have a really good year, and then the whole team completely falls apart and gets hurt. It's either or. This team makes no sense year in, year out. They're so hard to predict year in, year out. So I'm going to 14-win ceiling. 3 is their floor. I don't know. They're the biggest question mark going into this season.
I'm just going to go right now. I'm just going to say the Niners. Here's what I've noticed under the Shanahan era for the Niners. Odd year good, even year bad. So that is the trend I've noticed. And honestly, it's very funny considering a certain trend that a certain baseball team in the Bay Area had in the 2010s. But, Yeah, the
Actually,
Niners.
we were good. We were good last year, and yeah, last year was an even year. Just so you know.
I was
Yeah.
gonna bring up the Mike Zimmer Vikings, which had a, you know,
QB was Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I'll say this: 2017. Yeah, it was overall a rough season, but it showed a lot of progress once Jimmy G started playing for the Niners and did well with Kyle Shanahan. And 2018, yeah, disaster, injury strike. 2019, you made the Super Bowl, and you were one stop away from winning it. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy G getting exposed basically ended that. But still, great season. 2020, injuries, and honestly, COVID, and literally the Bay Area being on fire. Yeah, there went that. Then 2021, it was kind of a up and down season, but hey, they made the NFC Championship game and nearly made the Super Bowl. Then last year, because I've said it before, even years are supposed to be bad for this team, and honestly, last year should have been bad for them considering they had to play 4 fucking quarterbacks last season. It starts 3 of them, but they also had to play 4 overall.
yeah, they had to play McCaffrey as an emergency quarterback.
Yeah. Okay, so technically 5. Fuck it, 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Last year should have been bad for them. But guess what? They were a win away from going to the Super Bowl. That many fucking quarterbacks having to be played. So my thing with the Niners is, seeing how they were able to do that with all those injuries, it's like, okay, if that can't stop them, I don't know what will stop them from at least getting to the fucking playoffs. I don't know what can stop them in that situation. Because if you can find that much voodoo bullshit to make it that far, I don't see shit stopping them. And the thing is, the Niners, I like what they did. I mean, I like getting Steve Wilkes. I think he'll do as strong as Ryans and Salah did. I think he'll do very well. Obviously, the fact that Lance is at least healthy, even though he did have a bad practice day, at least you have that option. You have the option of Sam Darnold, and you still have the option of Brock Purdy. Obviously, the high-end talent with this team, Christian McCaffrey, which Niners really looked like. Obviously, Niners had a bit of an issue at the first half of the season, but once McCaffrey came in, it was just smooth sailing from there in terms of just winning games and shit. And obviously, you have the guys like Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, and obviously just the countless names on defense that already's been gone over and stuff. So it's like, my thing with the Niners, it's like, yeah, this team's had bad years before, but considering how last year was supposed to be their bad year, and how many quarterback injuries they had, and the fact that they still made it to the NFC Championship game, it's like, I just see very, very good stuff, very great stuff with the Niners. So my floor for the Niners is 9 wins, and my ceiling for this team is 15.
Whoa.
Ooh, it's pretty close to mine.
Ooh-wee.
All right, Spencer.
Also, I'm sorry, Luke. Sorry for that loss.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, time for Car Sausage to show his love to his beloved Iowa State quarterback, I guess.
I want to rock and roll all night and Purdy every day. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now because I can feel the cringe coming off of you guys when I do that. But I keep making the meme in my head, oh, this team's floor is 17, and this team's floor is 0, and this team's ceiling is 17, which is a dumb fucking meme, obviously, but honestly, the Niners might be the best candidate for that, because I really have no clue year in and year out how the 49ers are going to turn out. Like, is this going to be a good 49ers team, or are we going to get a everybody's injured kind of 49ers team? That's the thing I've noticed about Shanahan. When it comes to inconsistency, he sure is consistent. Just like him in a 25-point lead, am I right? Regardless, I think something worth pointing out about the 49ers is, you know, I get that Steve Wilkes had a pretty good, an interesting new facet on the defense, but I don't buy the hype because last I saw him as a defensive coordinator position, I want to say it was for the 2018 Denver Broncos. Am I remembering that correctly?
Oh, 2019 Cleveland Browns.
Oh, my bad. And I don't remember the 2019 Cleveland Browns defense being that good. Like, yeah, you could pin a lot of blame on that, on Baker, but I say you could easily pin some of that on the defense not showing up. And so yeah, I'm actually gonna do the meme here where the Niners ceiling is 17 and their floor is 0, because I genuinely do not understand how this team works.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Alrighty. So anyways, just gonna end the Niners segment by telling the Niners fans on Twitter to please calm the fuck down. We're fine. We'll be alright. Don't take the floors as a sign that we're gonna suck. We're gonna be alright. Just calm the fuck down and trust the process, because y'all are making me annoyed. To be honest, Niners Twitter is making me annoyed.
It kind of sounds like Vikings Twitter whenever the words Kirk Cousins are uttered. You know,
you can also check just Twitter space when just put Daniel Jones space quarterback. Sorry, Daniel Jones is a adjective quarterback. That will start a war.
It's Twitter /X.
Yeah,
What do you expect?
What do we expect, Rowan?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, no wait, it's X now. Ooh,
I hate it. So cringe.
Thank you, elongated muskrat.
That's so cringe.
What, elongated muskrat?
All right, here we go. It's now time.
You have the floor, my good friend.
Thank you, Spencer. I will take the floor. And, well, I was completely blown away last season. Logically, there's no way in heck that the Seahawks were as good as they were last year. I was fully ready for Team Tank. I was on let's be so awful this year that we get CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. I had visions of a young quarterback going under center for Seattle for the long term. Never in my mind would I ever have imagined Seattle going 9-8 and making the playoffs. I underestimated Geno Smith. Even then, even last year, just by beating Russell Wilson, our former QB, just beating him, whatever happened that rest of that season, it didn't matter. We beat our former quarterback in the best way possible. It was great.
We got some terrific memes out of that horrid QB scenario.
Mm-hmm. I really thought the answer was Drew Lock. Drew Lock's the younger guy. I felt like Drew Lock had the higher ceiling than Geno Smith.
Well, you know what they say about Drew Lock.
He's a backup. Hello, career journeyman.
No, not that.
What is it? There is no lock like Drew Lock. Da.
Drew Lock as a horse cock!
Oh, horse cock
Yeah,
lock.
I was about to say that.
Horse cock
lock.
Well, he lost his status. You lose your status, you're not a starting QB. Last
There's
preseason,
no loss
last year's
like
preseason showed how undisciplined this team was. This team seemed totally lost when they played the Chicago Bears. That
Yep,
was
I remember that game.
That was horrific. I looked around and I'm like, what is going on? Even when I was
Yeah,
looking
that
at...
was bad.
Oh, it was bad. Watching Drew Lock play against the Cowboys and seeing just how abysmal he was. That was when Geno Smith caught COVID. I thought Drew Lock was going to have that in the bag. No, he was horrible that game. His last chance of getting the starting quarterback, and then it's Geno Smith. Then Geno, he stepped up. He really stepped up. And I like, even to say what you about Colin Cowherd, there's still one amazing video. So one amazing interview that he had with DK Metcalf, and the greatest question is, when did Geno Smith have the locker room? And it was week 8 against the Chargers. People believed in the team believed in Geno Smith, and they knew that this was his team. This was Geno's team. Geno's had earned his stripes. He had earned the right to call himself QB1 of the Seattle Seahawks.
Can I deliver a bit of a hot take here?
What?
I think they should have had Geno Smith for quarterback instead of Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
yeah, for the show quarterback.
I
For show quarterback. I mean, honestly, I'd be without it because it's too much of a distraction. Way too much of a distraction.
Personally, I
get it.
he has a more interesting story than my name is Marcus Mariota and I'm bad.
I get that they probably wanted to do the whole bad quarterback, good quarterback, and great quarterback segment, but honestly,
Yeah.
Yes.
So, especially when I look at the Seahawks this year, they had a phenomenal draft class last year. That was beautiful. Love it. Can't complain.
Yeah, you can.
There's
You
lots
can
of
always
there's.
complain.
I don't think this team's gonna be bad this year. Pete Carroll's gonna finally be able to roll out his nickel set that he debuted against the Broncos. They couldn't figure it out, and that until Jamal Adams went out for the game, the Broncos could not figure out that defense. So
Best league in the nation.
there's not a whole lot of game film on Pete Carroll's newly reworked nickel package. There's nobody has seen it. They had to revert back to their old defense when Jamal Adams went out. They have a lot of defensive backs. It's the rebirth of the Legion of Boom 2.0. They have probably the best secondary in football. Tariq Woolen is amazing. Even the guy out of Cincinnati is a phenomenal number 2. And they'll have Dalvin Witherspoon. They'll be able to run a great nickel package. They also have Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs, being back. They can roll in Michael Jackson whenever they want to. It seems like they'll be able to cycle in and out guys on the defensive side of the ball. We got the captain back. We have the captain. Like Bobby Wagner coming back. It feels like the captain of your hockey team coming back after spending a year away from you. It feels like the captain is back. Everybody knew how important it was to get Bobby Wagner back, and Bobby Wagner, he's back. Bobby Wagner is back with the team. He's going to be anchoring a very talented linebacking team. We got Devin Bush. I still think Jordan Brooks is still incredibly talented. They have a much better pass rush, which is something that they haven't had in years, which completely blossomed. Like, it's not like they haven't spent draft picks or tried to get guys to play on the defensive side of the ball. They have a legitimate defense that harkened back to the days of early Russell Wilson. And it's very nice to see. Their offensive side of the ball, they could easily have the best trio in football for wide receivers. I still think the best receiving corpse is Miami, because Waddle and Tyreek Hill, oh my goodness gracious, that's a nightmare for any defense to play against. And any other receivers just feels like complete compliments to them. DK Metcalf is still an elite wide receiver. Tyler Lockett is an above-average receiver that still complements this group. He is going to make sure that he won't drop a pass. He's going to make sure that he promises that to himself this year. He was so mad when he did that to Geno Smith. He's going to pledge it to him. He's got Geno's back. JSN has been blowing everybody away in camp, as he should be. And I still think that it's incredibly awesome that, they got a good 3-year deal for Geno Smith. It's exactly what I've been saying. 3 years, 105, guaranteed the first 2 years. It's actually, there's lots of incentives that's guaranteed, but about 70 million of it is, guaranteed money, which is money that Geno deserves. They did him a huge favor by not drafting a quarterback. They said, hey, we might take a quarterback. That means if Anthony Richardson was available, they were probably going to take Richardson. They didn't. This is Geno's team, and I feel the one thing that has me really inspired is what he said. He said, just wait till if I'm the center point of this offense, just wait till you have a full off season of me. And I'm like, you know what? I like that confidence. I'm going to buy into that. I bought into the confidence. Confidence is great. I honestly can't wait to see what he can do this year. And I've been looking at a lot of off-season stuff that everybody else has been saying. I've been seeing some delusional preseason, predictions for season. I still see, I was like, wait, 1 in 15? Are you mad? I seen some nobody believes that Seattle can do anything. Sure, I believe it's absolutely justified because Geno Smith wasn't a good quarterback, but if you look at him statistically, he did improve every single year that he was with the Jets. He statistically improved. He is one of the most accurate quarterbacks last year. That statistic is huge as a QB. There are so many quarterbacks that struggle with inaccuracies, and they lose their job often because they can't be inaccurate. We've seen a lot of it in Tier 2 football where a lot of the quarterbacks who have the accuracy thrive, and then there are those who, have a less than 50% completion percentage, and those offenses stall out, and it's just hard to watch. Completion percentage matters is a beautiful QB statistic. I'm absolutely excited for this team. Now, there is some downsides, and that is, I still think this team is too insanely talented to be bad. I just think their ceiling is not as high as you think it'd be. But their floor is not as low as you think it is either. And even at the end of the day, if they have a bad year, my prayer is that they get Michael Phoenix Jr. and they just marinate the kid. That's the future quarterback of the Seahawks right there, folks. That's the future. We'll see what happens this year. I'm excited. I'm ready for Seahawks football. They're going to have a great running back tandem. They have an incredible receiver trio. It's just that the QB can put this together. And if Pete Carroll's wackadoo, whack-a-mole, nickel package works, if it works well as we think it is, I keep in mind, is Nathaniel Hackett, and he was the worst. By far, has probably just done the worst coaching blunders of our generation. So, who knows? I hope it's really good, and I hope the defense is really good. It's going to be something that not a lot of people are going to be ready for. As for ceiling, 10. Ceiling's 10. Their floor, 8. I don't see him being the class of the NFC, but I don't see him being in the basement. They're kind of muddled in mediocrity, and that's kind of the Pete Carroll way. Until they really find their long-term guy. Because even before Russell Wilson, they went 7-9 2 years straight. But their defense looked really good. And they took off with Russell Wilson. So, I think it's going to be one of those years where they do well, And we get ready to draft the QB of the future next year. Hopefully, I hope it's Michael Phoenix Jr. We locals want Michael Phoenix Jr. and so do I.
You're gay for penis.
Hell
Great.
yeah!
All right, I'll go next because I feel like considering like just how much Luke said, I don't really have much more to add. But like, the Seahawks are definitely a team that will, in my opinion, be in the hunt for a wild card spot, whether or not they're more the good team or a mediocre team. Because with the talent, with how well the Seahawks have drafted since that 2022 draft class, I feel like they filled so many like needs on this roster. They filled up so many, they found all the holes on this roster and said, you know what, we can find all these position guys to fill it up, and they've done well, and they're really building something really good with what they have on that defense, and also get on the offense, especially considering guys like Kenneth Walker and stuff. Very, very good guys there. And obviously, the question will be with Geno. Can he continue what he started last season? Honestly, I feel like it's very possible. Even if Geno doesn't play as well as he did last season, I don't see him falling off. I don't see him, completely falling off. I think at worst he'll do his average, but he will definitely be a good leader for the team and, really do, at the end of the day, do what he has to do. So, honestly, with the Seahawks, it's like, yeah, I think Luke said it. I think Luke said really what all you need to know about this Seahawks team. So, floor for the Seahawks.
Storm just.
I'll say floor for the Seahawks. I'll go 7, and I guess ceiling. I'll go 11. I'll give them 11.
Appreciate full of confidence.
All right. So now it's time for the villain against the story, the rival fan.
Ah, fuck.
Now, I'm sure y'all know the history between the Niners and the Seahawks.
Wow.
It's been like, Superman versus Batman.
Whoa.
Tom versus Jerry.
Whoa.
Yin and Yang.
Yin and Yang.
So yeah. Anyways, before I go and make more references, I'm just gonna say this. Remember how I said the Niners were insanely stacked? There's another team that I think is just as insanely stacked. And that's this team, the Seahawks. Now a lot of Niner fans are gonna hate me for praising the Seahawks, but you know what? Why can't I? They're a rival, but I respect them. They're stacked to the teeth, much like the Niners. Defense stacked, skill positions stacked, 2 lines pretty stacked. There's one question mark, and that's QB. And I think for me, the QB position depends on whether Geno can take a step forward. I'm glad that he's had he's been able to beat the odds last year, and I'm glad that he's proving this year that he can be a team leader and he has the support of his teammates. There is one thing I have to say though. Much like the Niners, Rams, and Cards mentioned earlier, it's gonna be a rough schedule, and teams are gonna have film on Geno. They might be able to figure out ways to stop him.
Yeah, that's true.
So that could be a factor. However, I will say this: if there's a coach that's not a Niners coach that I trust, Pete Carroll. Yes, he had that thing at the 1-yard line, but you know what? That was years ago. Get over it, y'all. He's a damn good coach. So you know what? I have a message for the Seahawks doomers out there. A Niner fan is praising your team. What the hell are you guys talking about? A Niner fan is praising your team. You guys aren't that bad. I dare say the NFC West is going to have 2 teams with double-digit wins. And that's where my ceiling is for the Seahawks. 15 wins.
What the
Ceiling.
fuck?
What the
I don't even see him at 15
Yes, I'm that high on the Seahawks.
I don't even see
I'm
this
that
team.
high on I'm that high on the Seahawks.
I mean, spoiler alert, I'm never high on the Seahawks. But
Well,
15, goddamn, alright.
I mean, weed is legal in Seattle. You should get high. Anyways, ceiling is high,
I'm from BC.
Anyway, well, we just legally got in Canada. So, anyways,
Okay.
and as for the floor, I'm gonna go the same route as the Niners, Seahawks. The worst case scenario, if injuries hit and Geno regresses, they'll still have the talent to keep their heads underwater. At the worst, even the Niners, at worst, they're gonna have a winning season, 9-8. So you know what? May the best team win.
Indeed.
Niners versus Seahawks is gonna be the class of the NFC. Welcome back to the mid 2010s.
I'll let Spencer.
Hang on a
give his
second.
record, and then I gotta ask a question that I definitely know the answer to.
Here, Roxy.
Making sure the fur baby's
Oh, there you
okay.
go. There you go.
Making sure the fur baby is okay.
Just started thunder. Sorry about that. It just started thunderstorming at our house, and
It's all good. I know the fur babies.
You know,
poor fur
old Roxy-
baby.
Yeah, gotta take care of your fur baby, yo. Gotta take care of the
Yeah.
fur baby.
Oh, I know, because like when I lived with my mom's in Duke, Sadie, I think she was okay just
Like
being on my
15 years
bed.
old.
Duke would hide under my desk, and he would always be by me. Like there were times where I had to like work early just to make sure he would literally knock down the baby gate that led to the basement and bolt straight under my desk. So
it's looking like a pretty bad storm too. So if the power cuts out, I'm sorry.
That's all good. We are probably we're gonna finish up with the Seahawks and then talk some CFB because Aiden and I have been having such great discussions about it.
All right, so Seahawks, they're good. I really like what they've been doing, and of course, Jake Bobo, Sickos legend. Always got to root for him.
Thanks, Sansa, for that.
Go, Jake Bobo season.
Yep.
Bobo.
Oh, Bo.
But yeah, as far as
Bobo, no.
I don't really have anything else to say. Ceiling 12, floor 5.
Sounds really good. Sounds
Common
really good.
theme in NFC West teams.
So, Aiden, do you want to ditch your family for Thanksgiving and watch the Seahawks game with me? Like, totally. Oh, wait, no, you got family. Oh, I totally understand. Why the hell are the Niners playing Seahawks on Thanksgiving? I'm so mad about that. So mad about that. Why couldn't it be just a different Thursday? You and I would have booked the day off. We would have done the Sickos reaction. But no, I understand. You got Thanksgiving. You should ditch your family for that. No, I'm kidding. Don't ditch your family. Spend time with us. Spend time with... No, you should be spending time... No, I totally get it. You should be spending time with them. It's totally understandable. I understand.
Yeah.
But ditch... No, you should... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. May the best team win, bro. May the best team win.
Indeed. We have to... We do... Since in Thanksgiving, they do play each other, the other game we have to watch together. I feel like that's a requirement. If we're not doing Thanksgiving, we have to do the other one to make up for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, those are pick'ems. I don't think we'll get probably Oz's pick'ems at some point. I'm gonna spam it to him.
Just for a just as a bit of a warning, I'm probably not gonna be there for any Thanksgiving watch along because.
Oh, we're not doing Thanksgiving watch alongs. You guys are spending time with your family. It's fine. No.
Yeah, I'm spending time with my family, and of course, my mom is a huge Detroit Lions fan. So
yeah, no, I'm just, there's zero pressure. You do not spend time. I think did the Niners play Vikings on Canadian Thanksgiving?
I want to say so.
I want to say yes. We're still doing a watch along. I don't give a shit about holidays. I said
Canadian Thanksgiving?
I think Niners and Vikings they play on Canadian Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
Yeah, they call it Labour Day or something.
Oh, wait, no, it's 23rd. No, you're fine. It's 23rd, you're fine. It's 23rd. It's going to be like a couple weeks past Thanksgiving. You guys are fine.
Alrighty.
I'm just saying, I really don't give a I don't give a damn about holidays.
But yeah, very interested to see Aiden and I duke it out over
Hells
football.
yeah! I can't wait. I cannot wait for football season in general. It's here. But there's something that we've been discussing. I think Aiden and I, we've been discussing in Discord a lot. Is it how he should be playing Pokemon Rosin with me? I want to drag you. No, I'm kidding. It is the big boy, the big one this year. Is going to be the what seems to be the swan song for the Pac-12. As
Oh yeah.
the swan song. This is going to be probably the best showing of the Pac-12 that we're going to be seeing, and then after that, everybody's gone. So at least
CFB.
yeah, college football.
I thought you said CFL.
No, CFB.
CFB.
CFB. College football.
Mm.
This is the
I
last.
understand.
This is the last year of the like a real genuine showcase. Like the Pac-12 is gonna be really good this year. It's good. It's the last showing, and then is this the year we're going to 12 playoff teams, or is that
I
next
think
year?
I think next year. I'll check.
But yeah.
Because if it's this year, oh hell yeah! Washington, Oregon, USC, they're totally gonna be in. If not,
This is,
come on.
Yeah, it begins with the 2024 season. So
Oh, come on!
Damn. That's
Man, because
So,
like this,
yeah.
if you've looked, I mean, I know I'm getting off topic. If you've looked at the quarterback class this year, the amount of names that I know and consider like as like even just B-level prospect QBs, there are a lot. There are a lot of good quarterbacks in this class. It's in like none of them are on Alabama and Georgia and Clemson, Notre Dame, like none of the Ohio doesn't have one. Like, there's not a lot of names that the usual like big QBs.
Iowa State doesn't have. Oh wait,
Spencer,
We're not
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder. Iowa State never has good quarterbacks. Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He could have gone undrafted.
He should have gone to the third round.
There's like that
Right
quarterback
now.
draft class was so weird. There's a lot of guys that could have been drafted a lot. I think 2 rounds earlier. I feel like there's a lot of guys that could have gone earlier.
I'm just gonna say something. I'm just guaranteeing this because for college football next year, I'm just guaranteeing this with a certain team. This is my first prediction for the college football season. The Iowa Hawkeyes will win 8 games while also looking like absolute shit. That is a guarantee.
I'm
by the
gonna
way.
watch every Iowa. Unironically, watch every Iowa game.
Did you see that tweet they put out where Kirk Ferentz said punting is offense? Like
Punting
holy
is offense. Oh
Like,
yeah,
holy
did the
shit.
Winnipeg Ice? Oh, don't find I'm off topic. I just got on Facebook. Did the Winnipeg Ice move to Wenatchee, Washington? What the hell? Okay, anyways, CFB. This year's gonna be really fun. Like this year, the SEC is gonna be wide open. Georgia's like 2 back-to-back years where they've lost their entire starting defense to the draft. They've lost a lot of talent they've lost most of their starters on offense. Same thing with Alabama. It's wide open. Like it is completely wide open. Like there's only 2 teams that I think are a lock in for
I'll say this with
the
Georgia.
college playoff.
Say this with Georgia. I agree they've lost talent, but at the same time, schools like Georgia, I've learned they could easily replace those talent in just one
Oh,
off season.
Absolutely, but
It's just a wait and see.
It is an absolute wait and see. 1000%. It's an absolutely wait and see. But what me thinks, there's two teams I think are going to make the CFB playoffs this year. USC. Last year for UFC, they weren't really supposed to be as good as they were. It was more of, you have Caleb Williams here, you have Lincoln Riley. It was just, let's feel it out. They went 11-2. If they didn't embarrassingly lose to Utah for the Pac-12 championship, they probably would have been in the CFB playoffs.
I'll say this with USC, if their defense can be any better than it was last season, I think they have a great chance to the playoffs. Because that's literally their one weakness is the defense.
Absolutely,
It's a big weakness. It is a pretty big weakness, which is why I might as well start making the jokes that the Grinch stole the college football playoff from USC.
But yeah, I think USC returns to the playoffs, and I think it's Michigan. John Harbaugh.
Of Michigan,
What's going on with John Harbaugh? Is he getting suspended 4 games because he bought a kid a cheeseburger?
Yeah, he's getting suspended because he bought a kid a fucking cheeseburger.
Whopper, what?
What the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I get that Harbaugh can have his moments here and there, but that is fucking stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
That's got to be, without a doubt,
That's
the
moronic.
absolute worst reason.
One of the biggest L's of the year.
That's
That's
just the NCAA. And the first 3 weeks. I mean, let's look at Michigan football. The first 3 weeks I like to call the pussy weeks.
Just look at who they're playing on CBS on the second week.
East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, Rutgers. Yeah.
We get UNLV on CBS, guys. Let's go.
Here's the thing.
God.
The Michigan is such like the first 3 weeks for college football. I like to call the pussy weeks because the big schools, there's no, like, your Alabama, I'll give them credit. They only have 2 pussy games because, they do play Texas Tech on the road, and they almost lost that game. Their offense could get nothing going against Texas Tech that game last year. But for Michigan, oh my God, East Carolina, oh no, UNLV, oh no, Bowling Green, oh, you have me quaking in my boots. Their first Big Ten matchup is against Rutgers. I'm shaking. Oh no, not Rutgers. We're going to Rutgers. They're fine.
I'll just say this with Michigan. At the very least, they're not playing any FCS opponents. I'll give them credit for that.
Well, I think Iowa State is, but that's mostly out of tradition at this point.
That's
because
like the big game, but they're I'm looking at this like, I mean, they got Penn State late in the season, and Penn State does the old classic, oh, we're super good, and oh, here's the banana peel. Whoa! And then they
the banana peel always happens when they play Ohio State, so yeah.
Oh, can Penn State make sure that they don't go, oh no, look at us, we're gonna, whoa! Like they do every
say this
year.
though with Penn State, they do have a new quarterback this year, and he is a 5-star quarterback. So at the very least, you're not having to trot out what was his name? You're not having to trot out. Fuck, what was his fucking name? I'm trying to think of who the fucking quarterback for them was. Oh, Sean Clifford. You're not having to trot him out anymore.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. One team, if there is a team in college football this year that I'm really watching because of who they got at quarterback, and they should have a better offense this year. This is a team who I really, really do believe can make the college football playoff this year. Clemson. I truly believe Clemson can get back there. Because number one, Clemson.
Who did they get there?
For quarterback, you have Clemson for quarterback, you have Cade Klubnik, who is a 5-star quarterback, and
Okay.
basically, definitely an improvement over what they had. Definitely their best quarterback since Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's only their second quarterback since
I mean,
Trevor
let's
Lawrence.
be
But
honest.
at the same,
Whoever they had probably the worst job ever, and that was to start after the guy that many people considered to be the next Peyton Manning, and you
I'll
had to
say
do
this,
an
but what's really
presentation for that.
I really love about them
Oh.
is who they got at offensive coordinator, Garrett Riley, and he's such a great name for them. He's such a great offensive coordinator it's such a great get for them because he was the offensive coordinator of TCU last season.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, I could see,
Cool.
I could say Clemson. This is just from what again. I've been like passively following college football up until like 2021, and then hardcore following it later. But if there's one thing that I've always been able to notice is how well Clemson just purely owns the ACC. Like they are without a doubt the best team in the ACC. It seems that whoever plays them in the ACC championships, they are going to get mauled by Clemson.
Yep.
Without,
I guess pretty soon you might see Clemson leaving the ACC.
I mean,
I just got.
once Clemson leaves the ACC, there's going to be a Power 3. Big 10, well, maybe not the Big 12. Oregon and USC are joining the Big 12, right? Or they joined the Big 10?
Big 12.
USC and
Big 12, yeah,
UCLA
Big 12.
actually.
Sorry,
Oregon hasn't done yet. Yeah,
Okay.
But Oregon, honestly, if Oregon joins anywhere, the Big Ten would not shock me because the Big Ten is like, you know what, we do not care about where our boundaries are in terms of location and stuff. Our name's the Big Ten. There's no Southern or Atlantic in it or Pacific. We do not care
Same
where
goes-
you.
Well, all you
Unlike the MNC.
have if you're the Big Ten is just we have just the sexy names. We have the sexy names of college football, and it just adds a lot of value to your conference.
I will
'Cause-
say this with the ACC. I will say this: Florida State will also be fun to watch because they're definitely at their best point since they used to be a national title contender. Like they've definitely gotten, especially last year, they definitely got their shit together. So they'll definitely be Clemson's biggest challenge. And I mean, I would also say North Carolina. It's just
Oh,
especially
Tar
with,
Heels, right? Drake
North
May.
Drake
That's-
May. Wait, I just clicked on North Carolina's Wikipedia page, and I gotta see this. This is, oh my god, it's the Freddie Kitchens. He's their tight ends coach.
You've got to be kidding
But
me!
hold on.
Yeah, they're
He's
running
not the
coordinator.
coordinator. He's a position coach.
No, but he is also their run game coordinator. It's just I find funny. You know, he'll do fine in that,
Yeah.
but I just find that
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
hilarious. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Freddie Kitchens is here. What the hell? Where the hell did he come from?
I mean, here's the thing. Freddie
Oh,
Kitchens,
no.
I think, is a great position coach. I think probably at the college level, he could probably be a coordinator. He could probably be a coordinator at the college level.
Yeah, college obviously different from NFL and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drake May, obviously, having Drake May, you know, had an incredible season last year, especially considering it's his first full season with college football and stuff. That was impressive. That was really impressive to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering they were coming off Sam Hall and all, you know, you weren't expecting much from Drake May, but obviously here he comes and he just does all that shit. That was impressive.
By the way, a bit of a status update. Since I did mention the CFL, the Elks still can't win!
Yeah. I'm probably gonna.
In other words, the sky is blue.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to say I cannot wait for, regarding the ACC, yeah, I can't wait for Miami to Tottenham themselves again.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Miami Hurricanes are in a not fun. Oh yeah. Also, I'm really there's actually another school that I'm interested in. Nebraska.
And Matt Rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Matt Rule sucked at the Panthers, but hey, look at what he did with Baylor, and you realize this is why there's the difference between college football and NFL, especially when it comes to coaching.
Huge.
I don't know. I think Matt Rule was kind of a douche at Baylor too, because I don't know if you remember
But
this,
he
but
made the program very respectable.
Not for me, he didn't, because 2017, Iowa State Baylor, there was a huge fucking fight, and Matt Rule, I believe, instigated it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what.
get that, but that was the year they went 1-11, and of course that was also the year they were coming off the scandal, which, yeah, I'm not gonna get into another college football school scandals right now because I don't want to. But
Isn't there
in
one
terms of
with Northwestern?
yeah, yeah, Northwestern, which is really fucking bad. Actually, I might talk about it only because I do want to emphasize some points, but I do want to talk about something funny regarding the SEC. Yeah, I know, like, I feel like Texas A&M and Miami, just, I feel like those two schools are kind of related with how they shoot themselves in the foot, and the fact that Texas A&M offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino,
Oh.
UNLV legend Bobby Petrino. Oh my god, this is gonna be hilarious.
A glorious train wreck.
A&M. Didn't they get like a lot of 5-star recruits? And didn't even get a bowl
Yeah,
game?
they had the #1 recruiting class in 2022, and then they didn't even make a bowl game.
Wait a second, wasn't Texas A&M
Wait,
Texas A&M the one with
what was the team that they lost to in the
Polis
Sun Belt? Who did they lose in the Sun
What?
Belt?
You don't remember the pole assassin story?
Oh yeah, that, yeah.
No. Like, who did they lose to the Sun? They lost a team in the Sun Belt. Who
Appalachian
was?
State.
Appalachian State. I loved that game. I watched that game with a smile on my face. And the funny thing is, I watched it because I was reading up on articles. I usually do that from work. I usually just look at a couple articles. And I looked at how one of the upsets was that Appalachian State was actually going to beat A&M. And I was like, there's no way A&M was gonna lose to that. I watched the game. I was like, oh my god, they lost purely because they couldn't possess the ball, and they just lost because their defense eventually got gassed, and man.
Well, Texas A&M's offense also sucked ass.
Mm-hmm.
But what's so funny to me, what's so funny is also the fact that Appalachian State didn't just beat them; they also took away College Game Day from them. Because the original plan was to have it be Texas A&M and Miami at College Station, then Appalachian State won, and College Game Day decided to go to Appalachian State.
Oh my god.
Which is a better location, by the way.
Beautiful rivalries in all of college football. You really can't get much better than that. I love it all together. I'm really looking forward to this year because this is probably going to be the year where I'm actually hardcore following it. Even though I'm probably just going to do the classic Luke watches the ranked teams play only. I can't wait. This is going to be I just can't wait for... I know that, XFL, CFL, USFL, they do a job, but there's just something different about CFB in the NFL. And then I know that the CFL and the XFL and the USFL, they're in like that's great in between. But there's just something so much fun about the CFB and the NFL. Can't put my finger on it. Can't quite put me fingy on it. But I can't wait.
Well, the
Football,
atmosphere is great.
yeah. Football will be back soon, folks. August 31st. It's week 0, right? CFB week 0, right?
0.
CFB week 0. What's exciting? Nothing's
Who's your team?
I don't have one. It's more of I pop a bag of popcorn and I'm ready to see everybody devour each other.
I'd say your closest team would probably be
Alabama.
Washington.
Washington. But in terms of like the closest to Luke being a fan of, it is 100% Alabama.
I will say this though: you want to watch Sickos football, just watch a game of Hawaii football, and there is a Hawaii football never fails to deliver on the sickoness.
I mean, Hawaii is playing Vanderbilt Saturday 26th if we want to do a Sickos reaction.
I will say this though with Hawaii. I'll say this though because it's funny. Just there is a reason the Hawaii test exists in college football.
Oh man,
Considering how late they
I
play.
can't wait for preseason rankings to come out. Oh,
Yeah.
preseason rankings. I can't wait for some of these preseason rankings to come out. Everybody gets... When do they usually release the preseason rankings for college football?
I'm gonna look this because usually it's around this time. Season ranking release date. Like when do they usually release it? Like Oh, that's it. Yeah, it says okay. So in mid-August, that's when they'll release it.
I mean, let's be honest. No, people shouldn't overreact to preseason rankings because they had like in the top 10, and they didn't even make a bowl game.
Texas A&M. Hold on, I'm pretty sure I remember this one. Yeah, I remember when 2012 USC was the #1 team in the country preseason, and they ended up going 7-6.
Hilarious.
So yeah, never take preseason rankings. I mean, there's like I think the team that I'd honestly put at #1 would be USC. That's probably who I'd have at #1.
Honestly, I just do Georgia just because why not? I'm
Yeah.
not doubting them until they lose a game.
I put Georgia #2 probably. I put Georgia at 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still have Georgia probably ranked in the top 5, but I think my top 5 would be USC, Georgia, probably Clemson, Alabama, and then Michigan. I would have those in my top 5. And then everybody else kind of just fills in. I'd probably put like Washington and Oregon in the top 10. But like Washington had an insanely good season. Most of their guys are still there. Oregon's because Oregon's Oregon, you know,
Yep.
the big old sexy school, and Alabama's gonna be top 10. You're not gonna rank Alabama outside the top 10. There's no way in hell.
ISU, ISU, ISU.
ISU would be lucky
Good
if
luck
they're
with that, man.
25. But yeah, we'll
Let's say
see.
this, Alabama. Never forget when Alabama lost to Louisiana Monroe in 2007. Just want to point that out.
Remember that time Oklahoma State lost to Iowa State in 2011?
Yeah.
Can't wait for
I'm
the
very glad that
chaos.
Cody's not here.
I can't wait for us to be smoking their insert school here pack. Hopefully we might do some community-wide watch-alongs. Probably just in the Discord server for some of them. And I can't wait. This is going to be a fun college football season. May the best team win. And yeah, that's all we got today. Don't forget, tomorrow is International Edmonton Elks takes an L day. They play the BC Lions in Edmonton. I'm hoping to get off in time to start. It's been super slow at work, so I'm hoping to do like a short shift, and then people are interested. Let's do a watch along.
Also, Tiger Cats bad and Blue Bombers pretty good, honestly.
Blue Bombers.
What's the best team?
BC. Sorry, Toronto, probably BC's #2.
Toronto's still undefeated.
Yeah, Toronto's 1, BC's #2. I think Winnipeg is 3. I put Montreal at 4. Hamilton, Calgary 5. Sask 6. Edmonton 9. Ottawa 7. Hamilton 8.
I bet you're happy that BC's doing well.
I'm surprised that BC is doing well. I thought because keep in mind, before they got the guy that signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars, they were really bad. Like, really, really bad. And they've seemed to have turned a really good corner. They have the highest in terms of attendance for the CFL. Like, they're bringing in like 20,000 plus per game right now, which is super good. People are tuning in. For the locals are
Nice.
tuning in, so really good attendance wise. I think we're happy that the Lions are pretty good. Sure, we're without a quarterback, but the backup who we got is also of starting caliber. So, don't lose much. Sask, they're trying out young quarterbacks. He's done pretty well. He's done pretty well. Other than that, Edmonton is like it's hard to go winless, but Edmonton might not win a game this year. That's how bad it is. The fact that Edmonton can't even find a small thing to grip onto. Every game has just been such an embarrassment for the team. The coach has no direction, no idea where to take this team. Taylor Cornelius plays his best half of his whole career. Guess we should yank him out and lose all momentum. Edmonton is so lost. They can't even have any moral victories. That's how bad it is. So, other than that,
A real butter chicken.
BK's got butter chicken. We're gonna probably do a watch. We'll do a community watch along if I'm off in time.
Butter chicken bowl, baby.
Keyword: if I am off in time. Might do a watch along. We'll see how busy it is at work. If it's super quiet, I will be going at 4, and we'll be doing.
By the way, I finally watched Oppenheimer.
Did it blow you away?
I guess you could say it was the bomb.
It was the bomb. Anyways, I have 50 seconds left. Let's fill the time. We got 50 seconds left.
50 seconds to what?
Well, hockey game here is gonna end in like 40-ish seconds, and then I'm probably just gonna call
Yeah, we can fill some time here.
No, god damn it, no!
So, anyways, pick'ems. If you're not in the Discord server, please be in the Discord server. We're gonna start in the pick'ems links. I'm gonna start pinging you all on
Be
Sunday.
sure to obliterate that like button. Hit subscribe.
Hit
and maybe hit
subscribe
the
if
bell.
you're new here. Pick'ems link winner will get $50 US. And if anybody else wants to chip in some chingalings, prize pool will be bigger, but you're not obligated to, so don't feel pressure. But if $50 is the prize pool, so there's some incentive to join. It's gonna encumber this entire football period of season. And yes, we're gonna be doing 2 pick'em leagues at once when 2024 starts. Anyways, I hope you guys have yourselves a good day. We might have no show next week. No show next week. Lastly, call your mother. Call your mother. She's very worried about you. And anyways, I will see you guys in 2 weeks from now. Oh shit, the division. Alright, hold
Yeah.
on.
We gotta name it. We gotta name the division.
Yeah, right. We gotta name it.
Yeah, you gotta name it.
Shit. Okay.
Hint,
It's all AFC East, North. It's all one division. So what division are we talking about? And the good news is, I definitely have people that have teams in all divisions. So we might have more special guests along the way.
Sickos country, let's ride.
Exactly. So anyways, who are we going to talk about on the next show? East. We're talking AFC East. So we're going to definitely have Jake on. He's a Jets fan. So
Jets.
So we're going to have the Jets next week. All right. I'm gonna go message Jake, and I'm gonna let him know he's gonna be on the next.
You mean 2 weeks? You mean 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now, he's gonna be on the show. He's gonna be on the show in 2 weeks. So.
All right, and I need you, the fine people in the comments, to tell me what I should do for my lovely thumbnail, because
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.